This week in Roma Reacts, we get to see some amazing Genshin character trailers that blow Roma away. Roma listens to G-Idol's Queencard, BTS's song Young Forever hits us in our heart. We get to see some character intros for Baldur's Gate 3. And we get to see the Zerobaseone boys again in Blue. All this and so much more on this week's Roma Reacts. This is Roma Reacts, a series where I watch Patreon submitted videos with all of you guys, and the first video is sent to my Golden Witch Beatrice. And it's another Genshin Impact anime opening, and this time it's DanDaDan opening. The DanDaDan. This is a show I haven't seen, but I do know it's gotten super popular. But not only that, the intro has gotten super popular. Even if you haven't seen the anime, chances are you've seen the intro somewhere. I think I actually really like the song. I listened to the full version actually a lot. At least when it came out, I listened to it a lot. It's actually a really good song. So let's check this out. I actually haven't seen this crossover. Let's check it out. Man. Was that Daedalus? Was that Skirk? Very interesting. Oh, the Paimon. So there's actually English lyrics for this one as well. We'll turn on subtitles just in case we missed anything as well. But interesting. As that's Hilly Churls as well doing the dance. That's so smart. They're getting the colors done so well also. Oh my god. Oh! Visually, this is such a good idea. There was Vaughn in the background as well. A kick by Mabuika. Oh my god, with the glasses as well, with Ether. Let's go. Yeah! It's such a good transition. It's so good. Wait, how are they gonna do the dance? The iconic dance. Is this a cover? Because it obviously is because it's in English, but the voice is so good. There's Kenichi as well. The voice is so good. Oh my god. That's so funny there was Kenichi for that. Ah, Mikey! And Aurora, it's lolly awesome. No way they jump. Well, maybe that's accurate. Oh my god. Honestly? Xilonen for that dance? Perfect. Xilonen, sorry. It's actually very sweet having the tune in the background too. I love what they done with this. This is so fun. It's such a good song. Seriously. I love Determined Ether as well. Love Determined Ether. It's insane. Oh, this final chase. Look at someone getting going up the space as well. With Daedalus. Very cool. Awesome ending as well. They did such a good job with that. That was so fun. Yeah, I've seen the intro a bunch of times. Like I said, I listened to the song so many times as well. I haven't heard it in English. But I thought they'd made so many good choices there. And I feel like when you do a parody song of anything, you have to make good choices, right? You have to get to a point where you have every single character from the game or whatever, showing up in accurate, it doesn't have to be fully accurate, but in fun choices that are oh yeah, that's such a good idea. And multiple times there, I was yes, that's great. Having Xilonen do the Xilonen do the dance at the start, for example. This dance in the middle, for example, is really, really cool. I don't know the names of the actual characters, so I can't actually name who they were, or because again, I haven't seen DanDaDan. I just know that it is a show that people love. I might watch it if it's finished, not finished, if the first season is finished, and then I might binge watch the whole thing. It's just usually because I'm right now I'm rewatching Haikyuu, and I'm also watching Noragami for the first time. And I'm also watching Cowboy Bebop for the first time. So there's like a lot of stuff I'm watching right now. But yeah, I love the colors. I love the vocals that they had for this cover of the song as well. I thought they just did such a good, like, again, choices. These choices to have certain characters in certain situations. Like, even the ending choice was, like, so perfect. Like, having Lumine and Aether, like, look up at the sky together. So good. Having Dotori be, like, what I assume is, like, the most evil characters in DanDaDan. I assume so. Just judging by, like, stuff I've heard, definitely probably the most evil characters in DanDaDan. Makes perfect sense as well. I think all of it really works amazingly so. And it's a great song, so like it works with Genshin 2, which already has amazing music also. Loved it. Really love seeing stuff like this. Thank you so much for sending us Golden Witch Beatrice. That's freaking awesome. That's so fun. So fun. The next video is sent in by Lian. If I can get the names up here. Sonic Mania Adventure 4 moment. Now introducing one of my favorite characters ever, Metal Sonic. I've heard of like different variations of Sonic before, so I don't know if this is a variation or if it is just Sonic, but let's check this out. Sega. So these have been fun, right? These have been really fun. I think that they've been like, really good peak silent cartoon. Not silent, but like, Tom and Jerry style cartoons. Oh my god. Music's so chill. Oh, is this Metal Sonic? You can hear the clanging. Going right after him as well. Wait, is Metal Sonic bad? Like, I'm assuming Metal Sonic is probably a creation of like Eggman or something, right? Like, to counter Sonic? It would make sense, right? Or like someone created to counter Sonic. Oh man. The last second save. Look at that, colors are so good as well. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. The facial expressions. Too powerful. Too powerful. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's the freaking style I love, with the lack of voices, right? That they can get across like exactly what the story is, exactly what the emotions are, without having to say much at all, or anything at all. They're able to do this. They're building up to something here though, right? While the Chaos Emerald's being taken, right? I mean, we know what happens, or at least like from my perspective in Sonic Adventure. Great color tones in the setting sun, right? The kind of darker yellows. Great music as well. Oh, and there's Sonic and Tails. And there's Knuckles. That would make you feel a lot better if like Sonic and Tails and Knuckles were heading towards the danger as well, right? That would make you feel a lot better. Great stuff. We've talked about it like several times, like how much like I love again, I use Tom and Jerry as an example because that was like my childhood, right? Like I was watching like Tom and Jerry, and like Looney Tunes is obviously like way different because Looney Tunes would have like voices in it constantly, but like Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes were like a big part of my childhood. And to be able to get across like a story and a visual gag and like some really cool like funny emotions and stuff like that, like without actually saying anything, is something that like is a true talent. It really is. Is there a post-credit? There is. There always is, right? Oh, closing in on you, buddy. Oh, but he wants it. He wants it. Yeah, to me, it's a true talent, right? It's a true talent. Because, like, again, like, when I would watch Tom and Jerry, like, there would be moments where, like, you totally get, like, exactly what Tom is feeling in the moment. You totally, even without seeing his owner's face, you get her feelings on it and how she feels about Tom and all this stuff. And in this case, what we got here as well was, like, again, like, we saw this story of, like, someone trying to protect another character. Blanking on the names again. I feel so terrible because these are the ones that weren't in Sonic Adventure. Trying to protect another character. A Chaos Emerald being taken once again. They're heading towards Eggman, but he's leading them towards Eggman, and they saw everyone heading towards him together. It's building up to something, it's leading to something, and they did all of this without any dialogue. And it's just super cute, super sweet, great animation, great colors. I love how they changed the color tone of the characters in the setting sun. I know it seems such like a small thing, but I thought it was just perfect. Like, it looked perfect as well. These are super, super fun. And I love the idea that they even made these. Because, like, it is like one of those things where extra stuff matters. We talk about it with Genshin all the time, right? Extra stuff matters. Comments are turned off for this. Is that because it's made for kids as well? Like it's YouTube flagged it as made for kids because it is like a cartoon or something? Because I know I've heard that happen to people before. Even if it's not made for kids, YouTube will flag it. Or maybe they just turn the comments off anyway. They don't need the comments. Really, really pretty stuff. I'm not saying Sonic is just for kids, but I'm saying that sometimes YouTube will flag stuff if it has cartoons in it. There was a worry actually back in the day with like when I was only playing Nintendo stuff, like even like people in the comments were even saying at some points, are you worried that YouTube's going to flag your videos, your Mario videos as being only for kids? It didn't happen, but there was a worry at the time as well because they were doing it to a lot of like voice actors who were doing like voice acting reels and all that stuff too. But yeah, very, very fun stuff. Very nice colors. Very, very good animation. I'm just glad they make stuff like this. It's really cool. Thank you, Liam, for sending us in. The next video is sent in by Victoria, and it's the Baldur's Gate 3 origin character intros. So this is probably going to give us like an intro to each character, I suppose. If you haven't heard, I do have a plan where I'm going to play Baldur's Gate 3. Even for what we're going to do is we're going to do it for 2 or 3 episodes, like 2 or 3 episodes, I say, and then we're going to see how it goes, right? Because the thing is, it's a commitment. It is a commitment, but the idea would be that we play a bit of Baldur's Gate 3, and whenever a new game comes out, like say like Last Defense Academy, I want to play that. We'll like alternate days then of like what we're playing then, and just because like I don't want to like because Baldur's Gate 3 is a commitment. It is a commitment to a big playthrough, especially if you want to do a lot of side quests. So like sprinkling it in between everything else is also like a really, really good idea to me. But yeah, let's check this out. It's the all origin character intros of Baldur's Gate 3. Let's check it out. So this is Shadowheart, right? Pretty popular, pretty famous. I feel like people mention Shadowheart quite a bit on the internet. I could be wrong though.
Loyal servant of
there's subtitles already.
Goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that.
Great voice acting, right?
Lady Shah tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it.
I should say, before anyone says them, what are you watching this character origin trailer thing? I've played Baldur's Gate 3 before, but I look, if you look in the community tab, it explains everything, how like I feel like my first playthrough was not good, was too short, it was a mess of a playthrough, and I think playing with you guys and actually, getting a better idea of it is what's going to be fun about it, yeah. So before someone's like, why are you watching this then?
I must bring the artifact I hold to Baldur's Gate, and that nothing can stand in my way.
Great voice acting, right? So good.
Is watching.
And this is Gale, right? Gale?
Well met, stranger. You find yourself in the presence of the renowned wizarding prodigy, Gale of Waterdeep.
Very confident. Very confident.
No need to be intimidated.
I am not intimidated, but you're fine.
Caught the eye of the goddess of magic herself, Mystra, who named me her chosen and her lover.
This the head turn as well, and her lover. Just so we know.
A slight miscalculation on my part.
Pause for applause.
Soured, as did the greatest of my powers. Now I'm merely a humble wizard on the road to redemption.
Okay.
Unless I can find the path to something greater.
I like this because like it clearly doesn't give away their entire path and their entire story, but like it gives us like a base idea of like, if you were watching this before anything, you're like, oh my god, like I would love to like play meet that character, This is my favorite design in the game. I don't know why, of all the party members.
Cold reaches of world space, I have known but one purpose: to wield a silver sword and ride a red dragon in service of my regent, the Githyanki Queen Vlaakith.
Vlaakith.
My first step on this
just perfect
path
voice
is
acting
to slay
too.
a mind flayer and bring its head to my queen. There is no flesh I will not carve, and no barrier I will not shatter to see it done. am the one who sunders. I am the Undying Queen's most unshakable warrior. I am Lae'zel of Kalir.
It's so funny that like the contrast of the confidence between Gale and Lae'zel. It's like Lae'zel is like, you know, it's almost like, yes, Lae'zel, like I believe every word you're saying, and Gale is like almost trying to convince us. Lae'zel doesn't need to convince us, right? Lae'zel doesn't want to convince us, you know, but it feels like Gale is trying to convince us a little bit, you know? It's interesting. This is the least popular character, I think, in all of Baldur's Gate. I think people do not like this character at all. That's a joke, by the way.
Hello, darling.
Oh my god.
Don't be shy. I promise not to bite until we've been formally introduced.
The voice actor as well for this character. It's Neil Newborn. Very talented.
Astarion, and I've spent a century stalking the night, hunting for pretty morsels.
I'm a pretty
just
morsel,
like
thank you.
You. A man called Cazador made me what I am, kept me like a pet, forced me to do his bidding. No more. The Tadpole's influence broke his dominance over me, and now I can finally pursue the one thing I've hungered for these long, dark years. Revenge.
Revenge. We're getting
I'm going
revenge.
back to Baldur's Gate to track Cazador down in his lair. I'll be the last thing the bastard ever sees.
I think he won the Neil won the award at the Game Awards for voice acting.
7 years ago, I was exiled from Baldur's Gate, the city I call home.
So this is a character that you can have in your party. I did not have them in my party for the entire game. Like legitimately, like they were not with me whatsoever. At all.
My name is Will, but the people of the Sword Coast call me the Blade of Frontiers, champion of the meek, defender of the innocent.
He's
The
very
truth
cool.
isn't
A
quite
very
so
cool looking
simple.
character.
But they're right about one thing. I hunt monsters, and I always catch my prey.
Seems like a very strong moral compass, right?
My
That's what you
latest
get from him.
target is a devil, and I'm right on her tail. Once I'm through with her, she'll never escape the fires of the first hell.
Very passionate though, right? Very passionate. Another character who like legitimately, and this is why I'm saying I need to do a second playthrough and do everything right. I don't even remember meeting this character. Like legitimately. That's why I'm so embarrassed about my first Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. I do not even remember meeting this character.
10 years ago, I was sold to the Archdevil Zariel. She put a Hellfire engine in my chest and made me
Jesus.
her prize soldier. But I've escaped now. Thank you, Mind Flayers. And I've got a few scores to settle if this engine doesn't burn me to ash first.
So it seems like the Mind Flayers actually helped quite a bit as well as some people
An
in a
infernal
weird
mechanic,
way.
and a serious
right?
amount of luck. But you know what? I'm not worried. After 10 years in the Hells, I can take on anything. I've got my chance at freedom, and believe me, I'm going home.
Just the voice acting is so good as well. It makes me so this is making me more interested in
My rancid blood whispers to me. Kill,
Wait.
kill,
Who's this?
kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world.
This is why I need to do a second playthrough, guys. I didn't even know this could be a party member.
And when this foul urge
I didn't know who this is.
possesses my whole being. Injured beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge.
Oh, the Dark Urge. I've heard people
lest
saying
it
they wanted me to do a
consume
Dark
my
Urge
mind.
playthrough.
I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
Right. I love that. Love that. They understood the assignment of like being like I guess possessed by something dark. Like legitimately, like that just makes me more excited to do a playthrough. Like not only is there like 3 characters who like I never interacted with, there's characters who I don't even know the full conclusion to their story yet. You know what I mean? Like Like, and again, to explain, I explained it in the community post. My playthrough Baldur's Gate 3 was bad because I was bad. I was dying all the time. That's why I'm going to play it easy. I'm just going to say it right now. I'm going to play it easy. I was dying all the time. I was like getting stuck on like different puzzles. I also like feel like one of my biggest things that happened at the time was like I played the game and I feel like I was playing it to like in the wrong way. Like I was playing as if like, oh, and do this task, and then you get to this task and this task. But I feel like it is a game the way people describe it. It's a game where you like kind of like bask in the story and the energy of the game, where it's like it's not about like, oh, I have to complete this task. It's about like the journey of completing the task, the choices you make. And then like, yes, you can say the conclusion is so important because that's like the consequences of your choices. But like, since everyone's consequences of their choices is so different, the actual like journey itself is important too, and seeing how you got there and stuff like that. There were so many times where like I couldn't defeat an enemy. Instead of coming back, I'd like bang my head against the wall until I could do it and stuff like this. It got to the point where I was like so bad at the game, like in terms of just like the combat and building my characters, that I was like, I remember I was even just like, I'm not even doing like side stuff because I just want to like, I'm worried I'm just going to like get stuck somewhere or die somewhere. So I was just trying my best to like, get to the end of it, I suppose, as well. Like, so, because I wanted to see a conclusion, because like, it's like I bought this game and it was one of those things where like, after I finished it, I have no problem saying this, after I finished it, I was like, man, like everyone's always talking about Baldur's Gate 3 and how like absolutely incredible it is. And I could see how good like the visuals were, how the environments are great, the dialogue was fantastic. And I feel like I let myself down by not allowing myself to really truly enjoy it. And I thought that like, okay, maybe having you guys come along with me and having like a space where like, I'm not just trying to like play a game, I'm trying to like bask in a game. I'm trying to like, bask in the environments, bask in the world. And I feel like that's like a much better way to look at it. I feel like me getting like really self-conscious and like a little bit like annoyed at my own like gameplay, let myself down, because I ended up like not seeing a lot of the characters, not seeing a lot of the world. And I'm 100% willing to bet that like I would come away from the playthrough with you guys in there. And if I don't here's the thing, like if I play the game and I'm like 30 episodes in and I'm like, I'm not having as much fun as I thought I would, of course I'd be like, okay, let's step away. But I think that these character intros make me like so excited and like just show as well, like I need to do a second playthrough. I need to. Yeah, and it was also a very disjointed first playthrough. I was like, I played like a little bit in August, like a little bit in September, a lot in like, and then like nothing in like October, a little bit in November, and then finished it in like December. And like, it was like so disjointed. Yeah, I'm just like, it sounds like I'm like being a big Debbie or Donal or Donnie Downer here. But like, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. And that's why like these character intros make me desperately want to like play this game again, right? That's what it makes me want to play the game, because I feel like I would have a way better experience. Not only like, and it's not about you guys spoiling it. It's more about like you guys being like, oh, you could try do this, try go to this place, try go to that place, try do this, maybe you could try do that. Oh, if you're building your character, you might like this. And I think that would be like a much better experience, because I think that's what happens to a lot of people. Like a lot of people let's play this game and had like an amazing time with it. And I feel like it is a perfect let's play game. But we'll see how everything goes. Anyway, I thanks for sending in to Victoria, because this actually just like maybe, and I'm sorry for using your video as a soapbox, but I really like this video just made me want to play this game even more and learn about these characters more. And I honestly feel like it's one of those things where like, I think the voice acting is fantastic. I think the character writing, the dialogue is fantastic. And this video you showed me just like makes and draws me in and makes me want to see more. That's what it's done. That is what it's done. Sorry for being a bit of a doubter. I don't think again, recently I stopped playing FNAF 3 because I wasn't having a lot of fun with it. And I promise you guys, if I wasn't having a lot of fun with Baldur's Gate 3, like 10 episodes or 20 episodes in, I would let you guys know. But yeah, we'll try it out and see how it goes. That's going to be in a few weeks, I'd say. But we will be trying it out. Thank you so much, Victoria, for sending us in and making me more hype for this. They just have great character intros, right? They have great voice acting, great dialogue, and it makes you more hyped to actually play the game. For me, anyway. Thank you. The next video is sent in by Alligator. And it is time for One Pact's debut song. I'm excited for you to experience One Pact's emo music era. So One Pact is a group that has two people I know very, very well. not personally, Jongwoo and Jay, who were in Boys Planet. Now, I also like are going to take some time to get to know the other group, but it is one of those things where like I had this like journey, I think, with Jay for a while, and now he's like one of my favorite people in terms of like music, I suppose, as well. Let's check this out. Orpheus is given an opportunity to regain Aegis' life, but he breaks a contract with Hades and loses her again. Oh, this is already so different. This is already so different from everything we've seen so far. Okay. This guy's adorable. Again, the hair is already different, right? I don't know why I don't have subtitles on. I don't know. The hair is so different already, right? And the I know, like, me noticing the hair first. The energy of the video is obviously different. Tell me what's wrong. Great outfit, though. Canned pineapples? Are you trapped down here? Oh my god. What a sweetheart. He's like, just first of all, great vocals, but like, I feel like the environment and the place they're shooting in is like already so different to what, like, the last video was instantly. It gives a different energy almost instantly too. You only think of yourself? We're gonna go back to the chorus as well when it starts here as well. Is the chorus about is this whole song about like the idea of like a relationship where the other person always feels like they're right and they can't get a word in? That's a Molotov. Let's get this chorus in our veins now. Let's get it in our veins. Oh wow. Great. Oh, dancing in front of this light as well looks so good. And then Jongwoo. The person by your side is me. It's like accepting you without understanding as well. These visuals are great. Does that say because you change me however you want? It seems like one person is more dominant in the relationship. At least that's the way it feels to me. Interesting shot there as well. Jongwoo. I adore Jongwoo. I really do. And last time I feel like I didn't recognize him as easily because he had his haircut. He looked so different. But this is like Jongwoo. This is like the Jongwoo I know. Certainly trying to start ghosting me. Yeah, it does seem like it's like it's like a relationship where like the other person has like this upper hand in the relationship, and they feel like they've always like done something wrong or something, but they don't. Yeah, it's a very like, it makes your heart feel very weird when you hear these type of lyrics, right? Great shot. Great shot. This like, sorry for pausing again, but like such an interesting like shot on the ground as well of like this like very like this struggle, right? With two people fighting. It's a very realistic fight. You have someone like me who's dying to see you. That's a great shot as well. Vocals are so good, aren't they? They're so good. Like, look, yeah. Oh, great, having them all dance together. The feathers around too. I have some chills. I have some chills. Get it, Jongwoo, get it. Even you always do it your own way. I always like. This looks great. Look at this. Oh, Jay! Wait, what a sniper! Put it down, Jay. I gotta be with you. Oh my god, that was awesome. That was freaking awesome. Look at that. Look at this. It'll give us a chance to look up the lyrics as well. It's like, I don't need anything in the relationship, right? I just need you. That's so freaking cool. Very cool transition. This guy's suffering. Great freaking stuff, Jungwoo. Look at this, like with the freaking, like almost like a grayscale, like black and white. Jungwoo, you freaking killed it. You killed it. You killed it. You killed it. The line, I'm so jealous of you. It's so interesting to me. You looked great this time. You looked great last time, but you had like a very like I don't know, striking visuals. Like the way you looked at the camera hit all of our hearts. I'm willing to bet. I just want to go into like these parts as well here, like just this transition again, because I think it's freaking sick. It's so freaking sick. And it's just one of those things I love about like, you know, well-directed like K-pop videos. Look at that, so freaking good. But also the way this dance sequence looks as well is great. Also, this is what I'm talking about. These striking look at this, such a good striking visual. And then we have a Jungwoo dance in the middle as well. Deserved. So good. The music is on, like, again, I know like sometimes it's difficult because like sometimes we'll be commenting on the music like every bits and pieces, but like I feel like the videos, especially with the K-pop stuff we get, the videos are so crazy cool that like it's very like, you know, hard not to like, you know, talk about the visuals like more than maybe even the vocals. But like I love this part of the song, the I don't even know what you call it, this na-na-na-na-na. It's really cool too. And it's like, even if you always do it your way, and I'm so jealous, I'm still like kind of like, great look to the camera by Jungwoo as well, because I always accept without understanding. This, I don't know this guy's name, and I'm sure Alligator would tell me. This looks so good as well. They did such a good job in this video, showing off their emotions, and like, you know, the star of the video, I would say the star of the video. And I feel like every like K-pop video has like some video that like, you know, someone is kind of like, look at, like, yeah, great visuals, great facial expressions, gives a kind of like a desperate kind of like, I'm kind of dying inside, but like I need to move forward kind of look, and I feel like they give that so well. Yeah, very, very cool stuff. Sorry for like, you know, going back and forth with that as well, because it was a very interesting song to me, because I think it's also like a very relatable song. I feel like everyone's been in a situation once in their life where like they feel like they're in kind of like a, not even, it could be a friendship or relationship where it's like I love being around you. I love being around you. But it's very clear that you have like this upper hand in this relationship where, and it's not about like, you know, back and forth, like, oh, you win or I win, but it's more of a case of just like, you can get angry at me and I don't understand why. And then when I try to talk to you about it, you don't even answer me. But then I have this thing where it's like, I can't be without you because I have to like be with you. You can change me. Tell me what I have to be. Tell me what I have to do, because I don't need anything. I just need you. And it's such like a, like, again, I don't think I've been in a relationship like that, but I do think that it is like something where like, I think a lot of people could relate to that. And it is this feeling in your heart of like, it makes you feel kind of like, how do I say it? Like almost sick. It's like, oh man, like you're going through that. That's how you feel. Because it is like this undying love for someone, even though you're not getting like a very nice back and forth back, I suppose, as well. But it's interesting that that's like the tone of this for me as well. I thought that they did like a really interesting, I guess, like take on this as well. I thought the visuals were fantastic. The vocals are really great also. The chorus, I think, is the chorus like music in the background sounded awesome too. Very different from the last video. I think with One Pact here, one thing they're showing off really, really well, which is something that I saw in Boys Planet from Jungwoo and from Jay, is that it's a group of actors as well. They're very good at the visual stuff as well, which I think is just as important as any of that stuff also. So I'm actually like incredibly impressed that they were able to like not that I didn't think they could do this. I knew Jay and John Woo like were great actors, you know. John Woo like having amazing performances, you know, like, and I will stand by the fact that like Jay, you know, singing Over Me was fantastic as well. Don't even come at me. Honestly, don't even come at me. But yeah, really, really great stuff. Great vocals, great visuals. I thought that they showed off their acting chops really well in this too. They looked fantastic. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Thank you so much for sending this, Alligator. I love learning about these bands and learning about these groups and hearing more about them and seeing more about them. It is like one of the most exciting times of the week. I'll click on a K-pop video and be like, okay, what's this song going to be? What's this going to look like? What's this visual going to be? And sometimes it does like surprise you so much. And I feel like that's such an awesome thing about this thing, about the new editions of like music videos and stuff, I guess, in this. So thank you so much, Alligator. That was awesome. But painful. The next video is sent in by Pauline Grint. This is one that pretty much sums up the era of their live music. This is BTS, by the way. BTS Epilogue, Young Forever. About the BU. You asked in your last direction if you can expect continuation, and now that they're going to be discharged from the military, there were some hints that maybe we will. I'm not so sure, but because the BU storyline is basically finished at this point, there are books, webtoons, mobile games, and even K-drama. It's set in the story of youth, struggles, and growing up. But now we do know, but what we do know, maybe we'll follow the characters again. I'm sure the whole army would love that. What's interesting about this is like, it's so cool how like, one of the things that I've learned as I'm again in Rome Reacts is that like a lot of this is like acting, right? A lot of like and especially with the BTS stuff here, because it's like they're doing a full story with characters and all like this. But you have to have like good acting and facial expressions really to survive in this industry as well, I feel like. And you have to be good at that also in some respect, you know, to fit some type of character in a video or some type of emotion, because the emotions are so important in that also. But I do like the idea of that they had like this continuation of a story. Also, I saw like some of the guys like after they came out of the military. I think I saw V and I saw V and Jungkook. And I saw, who did I see? I saw V and Jungkook, and they look jacked. They look big. And like I think they wore it well as well, because I think, you know, it's probably something people aren't used to. But yeah, let's check this out anyway. Young Forever, BTS Epilogue music video. Young Forever. Let's go. Been really enjoying this stuff though. I've been enjoying it so much. Big Hit Entertainment. MTV, by the way. The curtain's coming down. Oh, sorry for pausing already, but it seems to me like the curtain's coming down. I'm out of breath. How are the fans feeling about this? It's like post-performance, right? Almost instantly, you're like, okay, it's a post-performance, which I think is like something that is like, has to weigh on their mind, right? It has to weigh on your mind as any performer. When the curtain closes, when you're done with the performance, how did I do? How did I upset the fans? And like, I feel like even like from what I learned in K-pop, there's a big emphasis on like the fans, right? There's a big emphasis on the idea of like a fan group, the army, for example. With ZB1, it's the Zeros. You know, it's always interesting to me that way. That's Jin. Wow. Lingering on those feelings as well. Emptiness. There's Suga. Just pretend to be blunt about it. Such like it kind of gave me chills and like made my heart flutter a bit, like how I love when BTS uses like very like aggressive tones in their voice or in their song. Like it's not something, again, it shows to me like, you know, a lot of my preconceived notions, and it's not that I was like, oh, I painted them with one brush. I only saw the song Dynamite, so I didn't really know. So it's really interesting to hear now. There. And they're showing like visuals, and the empty stage gets cooler. And I watch these gets empty. Great stuff. Man, I'm getting chills. Wow. Nice. Oh, it's like a maze as well. There's that beautiful, beautiful bee. Oh my god. Oh my god. The vocals of the verse. I'm gonna go back again before the chorus, but the vocals of the verse were like so aggressive. It's almost like they were trying to like catch up. It sounded great, like, right? And there was like such an aggression, like with this idea of like, you know, like these as the fans are disappearing, is there like this feeling of like, you know, loneliness? Is there a feeling of like, I can't wait for the next performance, I need to get to the next performance, will this ever end, will this stay forever? And then it's like the idea of being forever young. I wonder if it's like related to the idea of like, I can stay like being like as a performer forever as well. But that transition was great into the chorus. You see what I mean? Like this, like it's such an like, and it's great, an aggressive tone. And it kind of goes into a like very melodic flying pedals. They're showing like the last video we saw as well. Oh my god. This is great. And like again, the vocals for the chorus are so like, and it's such, again, I love when they do the contrasting vocals too. It just sounds like it's really sweet. It makes your heart flutter. Like I said, it makes you like you get chills. It's very, very good stuff. Did we get out of the maze? Jesus! Great vocals. Great vocals. Interesting. Great shot. Great shot. Jesus, oh my god, the vocals are so good. Listen to this harmonizing for a second. Do you hear that? It's so good. Very sweet. Very sweet. Oh. All together. If the crowd sings this, man. If the crowd sings this. And the Maze of Life. There you go. This is kind of like... Am I okay to be like a bit emotional now knowing they just got discharged from the military? They're very much older than they were at this point here. So it is kind of emotional, right? It is kind of emotional. And it's not that like, you know, they're not going to be, you know, you can say like, oh, they're not young forever, you know, but it's not about being actual like youthful as in terms of like age. It's about like the feeling of it, right? The idea of like, you know, that feeling of feeling young is when they're on the stage and they hear the crowd cheering for them. And I always feel like they accompany the idea of youth with the idea of like this feeling of being on the stage and feeling like, you know, versus being on an empty stage as the crowd is leaving. The only thing like I think probably doesn't happen with BTS, I don't think that crowd leaves until I don't think that crowd is leaving until they know BTS ain't coming back out at all, even a second. But it's really interesting that way as well. And the idea of like with the visual with the maze and also talking about the maze of life as well. Because I do think, you know, describing life as a maze can be a very accurate depiction. It's hard because you don't know what's around every corner. You don't know what the next idea is going to be. But what's so interesting about the maze that they had in this video is that they could see each other. They could see each other as they're going through the maze, right? You could see, I can see Jungkook, I can see Suga, I can see J-Hope, I can see all my friends in the maze, right? But but like maybe like as you're going through life, can be a feeling of a disconnect of like not even disconnect from the people around you, but like just a disconnect from yourself, from the world in a way. And I almost felt like that as well when V was like walking out of the maze and he saw everyone together. For a second, everything was like turned upside down. So it's like, even though we like made a way out of this maze, it still can feel like maybe like things aren't always like fully perfect. Like things aren't going to be perfect. But I got it's not just about, this isn't just like a fully sad song to me, because it is sad just because I know they have gotten like older and like they're probably a lot wiser. They're probably like, you know, different, a little bit different from when they started as well. So obviously that's going to like play on the mind of fans as well. I would say so also. But what I got from this is, again, great vocals. I love the aggressiveness in the verse. I love, and we've seen that from BTS before. I love when they get into a verse and it sounds like they are like shouting, right? It sounds like they have this very big control in their voices, but it's not about being like this perfect tone. It's about like getting the emotions across in the song as well. And I love that. I will always love that. One of my favorite bands ever is Biffy Clyro, and he will have like a great tone, but again, it's the aggression, it's the emotion that you'll have as well. But it is one of those things where it's like, also they talk about moving forward, right? The idea of like, hey, like even though I'm going through this maze of life, even though this thing is like very, very nerve-wracking. Sorry, I just paused there for a bit there. This is the scene I was talking about here. It's a very interesting scene to me. Like visually, it's so cool. So cool. That's great vocals as well. I love the harmonizing. They look great in this too, by the way. The shirts suit them so well, and the jumpers is what they're wearing as well. I think it's a great couple of outfits. But yeah, to me, it's also like the idea of like moving forward, right? It's not just about like, you know, oh, look at the smiles. Look at the smiles. Yeah. There it is, yeah, even if you fall and get hurt, I keep running towards my dream, yeah. To me, that and like the plane could be like going to the next town, going to the next area, but like to me, it really does feel like that's what it is. It's like, yeah, like there's this feeling of like, you know, there can be feelings of loneliness on this journey. There can be feelings of sadness and sorrow, but I keep moving forward because it's not the end for me and all this stuff, and it's not going to be over, you know what I mean? I am young at heart. This stage makes me feel young forever. Being with everyone together here makes me feel young forever. Yes, things can be confusing, but eventually they'll be okay as well. I thought it was very good visually. Vocals are fantastic. Again, I will stand by it forever. I love the aggressive tones in the verse. Really cool stuff, Pauline. Thank you for sending us in. The next video is sent in by Scenic Season. This is a trailer for a new upcoming gacha game. The release date hasn't been announced yet, but I assume it will release late this year. It looks very promising. I hope the devs can deliver. It's called ANanta. Announced trailer. Let's check it out. Interesting. We're in like a modern setting.
The wildest city's coming right up.
Naked Rain. Ooh. Wait, we have race cars? We have skateboarding. Okay, I'm already sold. The music's great. What is this? This style is so cool. And it's exactly my style as well. It really is. We're playing volleyball apparently. Oh my god, the freaking, is that like a TikTok live stream? It's so, like, it's like very modern, but like also like, feels almost like, neo cyberpunk. Kind of like Scarlet Nexus in a way. What the hell is that? Is that a moving toilet? Okay, guys. Great vocals on the song, though.
But you know, the thing
This is a great song.
keeps us united. That one thing.
Let's get home early and game
Great
on.
jacket. Yeah, the designs are cool. The designs. What the hell are you kidding? No. Wait, what? There's actually gonna be like driving mechanics? Oh, that actually seems very cool, doesn't it? I hope this does like super well. And it seems like a very a darker story. Oh my god, look at that. This looks awesome. The car mechanics are... It's a freaking monster car. We get to go into shops. I'd love to try it. Oh my god, what? You get to take people's cars! Did she show her ID to the people that took the... Oh my god, there's like stealth mechanics as well? Side activities? Nah, this is sick. This is sick. I can see myself getting lost in this. I'm done, like. I'm lost. Really? Okay. Most realistic frame ever. Pre-register now? So, is it going to be only on PC? I imagine. Maybe, like, it seems that way. Rule-breaking urban open world. Yeah, I love the idea of this. I really do. I might follow them on different social sites just to see updates on this stuff as well. NetEase. That's a what's NetEase? What else does NetEase do? I reckon his name is NetEase. Yeah. Anyway, I would love to get into that. I would love to get into the idea of like car battles, like the kind of like living your life aspect to this as well. This, like, I guess almost like a simulator vibe to it as well. It has this neo cyberpunk kind of Scarlet Nexus energy to it as well, which I love. Scarlet Nexus, one of my favorite games of all time. I just looked fantastic. The music in the background was such a choice as well, though. It was like this very beautiful music as they're like blowing up stuff at RPGs. You're taking people's cars. Did she like show her like police badge or something to someone and take the freaking car off them? It reminds me of kind of like a Gotcha Simpsons hit and run in a way. Because like the race car stuff and like the kind of like life simulator stuff as well. I could see myself getting lost in this and actually having a problem. I could see myself like actually having difficulties like pulling myself away from this game, if that makes sense. Just from like visually how good it looks, how much fun it is as well. It does seem like that type of thing where I would like be like in trouble. I'd be in deep trouble if I played this, just with how freaking cool it looks. Yeah, great character designs, cool mechanics it looks like as well. Really fun, like, visual aspects. I love the life simulator stuff, and all of it looks really, really cool. So thank you so much for sending us in, Scenic Season. I would definitely like to try this. Please keep me updated on this. If I don't see updates, Scenic. And Scenic, if you're in the chats, please, if you want to, please let me know more about this, because I would definitely love to play this. It looks really, really cool. Thank you. The next video is sent in by Malcolm Kunde, and it is a cool physics video related to Portal. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Whenever there's like an educational video, I might not get it. I just might not. I don't know science or paradoxes, but I'll try my best with this. I see the title already and the thumbnail. I'm like, man, already, like, I'm wondering if I'm even going to understand this. Let's check it out. Great look to this video already.
Portal is built around a sci-fi device that can create a portal connecting one place on the wall or ceiling or floor to another.
Okay.
And objects in the game, or the player themselves, can pass essentially instantaneously from one end of the portal to the other.
That's how I get upstairs usually.
An object entering one end of the portal with a certain speed leaves the other end with the same speed, though if the portals aren't oriented in the same direction, then the object will exit in the new direction, but the speed will be the same. And this leads to
whatever speed you send it, it goes out the same speed.
What happens if one of the ends of the portal is itself moving? Does a stationary object plop out the other end of the portal with 0 speed, since it had no speed before entering? Or if the orange portal moves quickly downwards, does the cube shoot out of the blue portal with the corresponding relative speed? It's easy to argue in favor of either case, which I suspect is why this puzzle is so popular.
So they're saying with if the portal speed is different?
Of course,
the actual exit or entrance?
Portals don't exist. But supposing they did and obeyed the laws of physics, then the question really boils down to this. If objects have to enter and exit the portals with the same speed, then what's that speed being measured relative to? Because in our universe, there's no absolute reference frame from which to measure speeds and velocities on their own. Velocities can only be determined relative to another object. So here are a few options. Perhaps when passing through a portal, the object maintains the same speed relative to the environment. This one's option A. Or perhaps objects maintain the same speed relative to the average position of the portals themselves, except that's mathematically the same as measuring relative to the environment.
So is relative to the environment, does that mean it's like, if the environment is moving faster in like outside of the portals?
The portals aren't accelerating. So option A. Or perhaps the speed an object has relative to the portal it enters is the same as the speed it has relative to the portal it exits. This one is option B. or perhaps objects
So like
enter
if it
and
goes
exit at
okay,
a constant speed.
if the portal is at a different speed.
Relative to the end of the portal they're not using at the moment. It's a valid possibility, although it's kind of weird. The thing is, all of these options are consistent with what you see in the video game, because in the game the portals pretty much never move relative to the environment. My personal opinion is that the most physically natural option is B, where the velocity is locally measured relative to the individual ends of the portals, and so the cube shoots out of the blue portal. This would be roughly what you'd expect if the portals were wormholes bending space-time.
So wait, let me hear this again.
Consistent with what you see in the video game, because in the game the portals pretty much never move relative to the environment. My personal opinion is that the most physically natural option is B, where the velocity is locally measured relative to the individual ends of the portals, and so the cube shoots out of the blue portal. This would be roughly what you'd expect if the portals were wormholes bending spacetime, because the objects then would obey conservation of momentum in a curved spacetime, or if the portals were more of a teleportation device that scans the matter coming in one end and reconstructs it, kind of like a 3D printer at the other end. So I think B is more natural.
So this idea here is saying that like, it's not that in this frame here, it's the idea if the cube goes through this end, and it's not actually the same cube, it's just a recreation of it.
It's also tempting to think that there's simply no way it could be option A, the one where objects keep their same speed relative to the environment, because how could a stationary object exit a stationary portal while remaining stationary? The object would have to move, right? However, there is a way for option A to work, precisely because the cube doesn't enter the orange portal all at once. It goes in bit by bit. And if those bits come out of the blue portal not moving, then they all appear exactly in the plane of the portal, stationary, and they would keep on piling up against each other, squishing the cube into a flat square, which is not moving. Or, if the cube were rigid,
if it was
and
0
couldn't
miles
be
per
squished,
second,
then it simply couldn't enter the orange portal in the first place. The blue end of the portal would act like a wall, and the orange portal would bounce off.
Wait, if it's rigid, what do you mean if it's rigid? What do you mean if it's rigid?
Or, if the cube were rigid and couldn't be squished, then it simply couldn't.
So it has to be squished, that's what's happening to it? It's squished and expanded coming out of the portal?
In the first place. The blue end of the portal would act like a wall, and the orange portal would bounce off of it. And I suspect option A is actually how the portals are programmed in the video game itself, both because measuring speeds relative to the global environment, as opposed to relative to a particular object, is typically the easiest.
So he's talking about game mechanics here as well and game design?
Experiments within the game engine to try to see what happens have discovered that the game glitches and doesn't let solid objects pass through a portal moving towards them.
So if an object in the game,
unsatisfying answer to the paradox, and not how you think the portals should work. But that's okay. We don't have to agree with the game designers.
Moved.
To me, the moral is that the portal paradox is not a paradox. The answer depends on how the portals themselves actually work, which, since they're fictional, is up to you to decide. What you think should happen says more about you, and whether you think more like a programmer or more like a physicist. And so, I leave you with the final portal puzzle.
I get that. I get that.
What if instead of moving down towards the cube, the orange portal is moving sideways on the ground, and you drop the cube through it? Does the cube shoot straight up through the blue portal? Does it bounce off of the orange portal? Or does it shoot out of the blue portal at an angle? This Minute Physics video was
I have no idea. But I think what they were saying as well with physics versus gameplay aspects as well. By the way, guys, I need to change the batteries on my controller. It wouldn't let me pause for a second there. I was like, oh god. What I think what they're saying with physics versus
watch it right now by heading to curiositystream.com/gameplay
and signing up is the idea of like, if you think of the world as like as a physics-based world, and you're thinking about it like how it would like relate to the actual real world, I suppose, then what you're getting is like you're thinking of how it would work in like our world, or how it would work in the world around us, right? Compared to like how it might work in a game design aspect, where you're talking about like the idea of squishing an object and recreating it on the other side in some ways as well. Sorry, the next video went on there as well. Give me a second to change these batteries. Sorry about that, but that's what I was getting from that. It's the idea that like, if you think of it from a game design perspective, you have to talk about, I guess, like the idea of like how would the game move these objects from one side to the other. And I suppose then if what they're saying is that in game design wise, it takes any object that can be squished and then expands it when it gets to the other side. So if it was stationary and it couldn't move and it would all pile up on each other, from a physics based idea, it's saying that like it is based on like it's a momentum based situation where it takes like the object, and there's like obviously different theories in this video as well, where it takes the object itself and moves it through the portal and shoots it out at a certain momentum or depending on, like as I said here, either depending on like the relative to the object speed relative to the portal speed. In some cases, maybe like, but they said kind of it's impossible. That could be kind of like the environment itself. But I actually think like what's most interesting about like something like this to me, and again, I'll be honest with you, I don't understand all this. I really don't. And in some ways it makes me feel kind of stupid. But like what most interests me about this is the idea of like the game design aspect, the idea of like how the game actually is able to pull off stuff like this. And it seems like, and I could be wrong, it squishes an object and it squishes the object and then expands it on the other side. So if you have an object that literally cannot be changed or morphed, then it will not even enter the portal itself. Now that, I don't know if that's a canon thing that the portals can't move anything that can't be squished, or if it's actually just game design, but I do like that they looked at it from both perspectives here as well. I think the actual video itself, by the way, even though I didn't understand all of it, I love the actual style of the video where it's on like a whiteboard, and that like has like all these different like animations on the whiteboard too. I think they did a really fantastic job with this as well. I'll be honest, I don't understand all of this, so if anyone wants to like explain fully everything that was happening here, that'd be fantastic. But I do like how like they showed all these different theories. They showed the timing of an object now moves through a portal, and I think that what would happen is like legitimately, I liked also as well how they showed like how like the object will like slowly, it doesn't go full, if you slowly push it through there, you'll see it slowly through on the other side as well. Because again, I haven't played Portal, so I don't actually like know how like this like fully looks, or I can't even remember if I have seen it before as well. But I do wonder if that's like something that it is in the game. Like you push it through like halfway you'll see it on the other side, which is a really cool thing as well. But yeah, if anyone wants to like, help me understand more of this, that'd be fantastic. But I definitely don't understand it fully. I haven't really like seen Portal or played Portal, so that's obviously like a bit of a hard thing to like wrap my mind around it too. Like how does the game design work? But I did like the aspects of like game design versus the idea of a physics-based thing as well. Yeah, thank you so much, Malcolm, for sending us in. Again, I apologize for not understanding everything fully and not really getting everything fully, but that's just the way things sometimes goes. Sometimes you'll have stuff that you don't understand fully, and that's, kind of the way things work, I suppose. The next video is sent in by Hiyori. I see you enjoyed the last Dreamcatcher song. Here is one of my favorite King's Raid / Dreamcatcher collabs. P.S. There's other version of the song with more views and a special clip that Dreamcatcher made themselves, but I chose this one because it has English lyrics. That's okay, yeah? Let's check it out. So it's King's Raid, Sahara, Sakame x Dreamcatcher. Let's check it out. So Dreamcatcher is a group that we've been like, kind of getting into. There's sometimes like there's like two Dreamcatchers videos kind of last week as well. Let's get this off as well. Getting further out of time for a break, my way. Great vocals as well, right? There's no fixed words, so it's like, yeah, you can't. Great. Oh, I love that like that tone and that understand. I can't do it. I wouldn't even try. Great stuff. Oh my god. The drums. So cool. So very cool. Fluctuating Ambition, by the way. Is that like saying like you're what you want and what you like want from this world changes every single time? Like, especially if you're in this space where like you're looking for an oasis, you're looking for a way out, you're looking to get like some sort of relief, like your ambitions, the truth that you want to see, or like what you want to get from this changes, I suppose. I especially like, and what I like about this as well, like, and it seems like it is a song that's made for the actual game itself, but like with the Dreamcatcher lyrics, I feel like even like, you know, you can talk about it literally as a Sahara, you can talk about it literally as a desert. You can talk about literally as the feeling you'd be in the desert, but I feel like you can relate the idea of like feeling in a desert to like, you know, very emotional moments in someone's life too. So like they are relatable while also like being very fantastical as well, right? I feel like Dreamcatcher is very good at that stuff. Really cool fire, right? Oh my god, the vocals are so good. So good. And again, there's no fixed road for anyone. But even if you had to drag, it went from like blocking them to dragging me this time. So it's like, you're not changing my, like you can't decide where I go. No one can decide where anyone goes. Even if you try to direct me towards my fate or block me towards a different fate. The moon rises. So good. And the idea of everything changing through fluctuating ambition. Because I wonder if it is like the thing where it's like, yeah, I came here to find this one thing, but now I just want to survive. Now I just want to like, you know, so whatever it is, and again, we're talking about again how we've seen so far with Dreamcatcher, they're very good at making lyrics that are very fantastical and out of this world, but also if you boil them down to something, you can go like, okay, no, like it's also, you can apply it to like a lot of aspects of like the emotions you'll feel through life as well. I love the transition to the chorus as well. The sky that cannot be covered? As long as I can get through this, as long as I have the power, right? Oh, really cool guitar as well. Yes, get it. Nice. Oh. Kind of subdued, right? A little bit subdued this time around. Very cool. And then they go into it. Very cool. I love that aspect. The kind of like subdued version of the chorus leading into like the heavier part again. The vocals as well, so good. Fluctuating ambition. That's such a great turn to be fluctuating ambition. Like what you want changes, what you're going towards changes. Very cool stuff. And it seems they do like quite a few songs for King's Raid, which I think is also a really cool idea anyway. And like for me, I think what it is with like the King's Raid Dreamcatcher stuff so far is that when I first saw the Dreamcatcher song in the last video, because there was the Dreamcatcher video and also the King's Raid video. When I saw the video first, I was able to relate it to like a lot of emotions that you might feel through life, right? And then I saw the King's Raid stuff, and it's like, oh my god! And you could relate it to like the visuals on the screen, what's happening in this game, like the idea of this, like the video itself that we're seeing now. And I feel like that is a strong thing about Dreamcatcher lyrics so far, is that you could make a whole movie about a song they make, right? A whole movie, a whole fantastical mythical movie about this, like a Guillermo del Toro movie could be made from a Dreamcatcher song, but they also are relatable. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, here's the thing, right? I've never been in the desert. I've never been like, you know, dying of thirst. My ambitions changing. But what you could say is that like there's aspects of someone's life where they're like, someone's trying to tell them where to go, tell them what to do, change their perspective. And right now they're feeling suffocated. They're feeling like the sun is too hot. They're feeling like the sun is the equivalent of like someone trying to like maybe take that like kind of like emotional hydration away from them in a lot of ways too. And I feel like that's what like you could definitely like relate it to also. And I think that's again like what's so good about Dreamcatcher stuff. Fantastical music that seems like it could be in any mythical fairy tale. Fits the vibe of the King's Raid stuff while also being relatable in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? And I feel like there's a band I love called Coheed and Cambria, which is my favorite band of all time. And they're able to do that too, where like if you read the lyrics by themselves, you're like, oh my God, this is so like, oh my God, it's hit me in my emotions, man. I can like think back to a time in my life where like I felt this way. And then like the lead singer will be like, yeah, this is about a special operative in the alien, thing, whatever, that's fighting off these monsters. And it's like, but they make it so it can also relate to people as well. And I feel like it's so cool that it fits the vibe of this video while also having a very relatable sound too. Great vocals as well. I loved the, my favorite parts of the song were obviously like the really high vocals at the end, but then also the very subdued chorus. I think it's such a good idea as well. Especially since it's so catchy, the sa, ha, ra, sa, ra, ra. Like it's so freaking cool. So cool. Very catchy. As you said, great lyrics, great vocals. I love the collaboration they're doing here. It's awesome stuff. Thank you, Hori, for sending us in. Very cool. The next video is sent to my What's Your Damage. I didn't even have to look at the name. I knew it was. Hello, hope you're all having a wonderful afternoon. By the time this comes out, it'll be my birthday. Happy birthday! I'm sending both the first G-Idol song I remember hearing ever and the song After Allergy. As you might have guessed earlier, this album deals with the concept of self-hatred, love, and all in between. The song is so iconic, so I'll let it speak for itself. I am a Queencard. You want to be my Queencard? Happy birthday. Have a great birthday, and make sure you have a great birthday. So far, G-Idol has been pretty fantastic, and the last video, Allergy, was like actually a very like emotional video with like some really like impactful lyrics too. And we had a big long discussion about it, so let's see what we're going to be talking about here. So the album is about self-hatred, and we could definitely get that from the last song as well. It really did feel that way as also. And I feel like that's one of the concepts we talked about last week as well. These girls in G-Idol, right? The prettiest girls you could ever see, right? They're so pretty, right? But it's not about like how you look. And I think that's an important note in this too, because it's like, it's not about, it never matters like how truly you look. It's how you see yourself, right? Because the whole world can see you as the prettiest person in the world, but it's how you view yourself and how you relate yourself to the rest of the world, how you compare yourself to the rest of the world. But let's see what this is. Queencard. I've never heard of this, by the way. And there's the gal from Allergy as well, having the surgery. Let's turn on the subtitles as well. This is a very unnerving part of the last part of the episode. I love this visual as well, kind of like the Mean Girls aspect too. Wait. So did you see that right away? Look at this. She leaves the surgery, and already her perception of this world is everyone's smiling at her. Everyone treats her. Look, even the people who have head surgery are like, whoa, look at this girl. And she just look fantastic, right? But the problem, she didn't look bad before. You want my kiss too? Oh, you wanted to? My beauty never stops being. The visuals are always so good as well, like the colors as well. I'm gonna say it's fully beautiful. After the very, there was a party last week. After the very I'm skipping it back because like again the visuals are always so like amazing in G-Idol videos that I get very distracted. But like the actual the verse is very like very cool. It's very cool. Great voice. Great voice. A lot deeper this girl's voice as well, but it's amazing too. Stunning. Like, they're all stunning. Thanks for being bored every day. Even when I see myself. Get it. Tell him. Tell them all. Oh my god, they look so cool. Oh my god, the dancing, it's so good. I've grown to appreciate so much choreography. even more now that people are sending in more K-pop stuff, I've grown so much to appreciate good choreo, even more than I did before. Because choreo is iconic too. It's like it's as iconic as the songs sometimes, you know? This look, it's so good. Oh, they're not giving out, they're dancing back as well. Interesting. They're still comparing, right? There's still a comparison. It's like, oh, you look pretty as this, you look as pretty as that. You can't, and I said last week, you can't compare yourself to Ariana and Kim because, again, they will most of the time show you their best days on Instagram or on whatever, even though they probably have their own set of issues too, right? I'm sure Ariana Grande, like, on a day-to-day basis has, like, a mountains of papers and social media sites and everybody talking about her appearance, you know? But you can't compare yourself like that, you know what I mean? It's very difficult. I want to hug with you. And just keep getting prettier. Oh my god. Oh my god, even dancing in here as well. Oh my god, I love that. Again, like, yeah, the choreo is great, but I wonder if this is like more about like the idea of like, again, there is still some comparisons here, but I wonder if there's aspects of this is more about like the opposite of self-hate, where it's like maybe not accepting yourself, but maybe just like, you know, accepting the confident aspects of yourself, which is important too. Celebrate, also it's like a birthday every day, but it's like I don't need him. I don't need him. Like, I love when they're confident, right? It's so nice, right? But of course, like, when they're vulnerable too, it's good too, but like, because you want to hear that aspects also. I'm twerking on the runway. Again, they're showing shots of them all through the video as well. And looking at herself in the mirror as well. Oh my god, again, the choreo. Looking at yourself in the mirror, obviously, as well, like, is for a lot of people who are very self-conscious, it could be like a super, like, daunting task. Yeah, look at it, so good. So good choreo. Chorus is so catchy too. Dancing in the freaking hospital, man. Pre-surgery, post-surgery. No, this is crazy. This is crazy. So good. And they're just drawing the lines on her face. What they will change, what they'll uplift, and what they'll... Yeah? Yeah, we got it? We got it? Good. Again, there's nothing... Is this more accepting of herself? Because I'll cry if I have to.
You're so awesome. Yes, let's hang out. You are so freaking hot. Please follow me.
I feel pretty, I feel blue, I feel lonely, I feel allergy. I feel you. Interesting end to the video. Kind of very emotional as well, right? Because here what I get from this is the idea that like she woke up from her surgery or like before she got her surgery and changed her mind. And maybe it is like that confidence as well that drew people to her. Because look, there's a little bit more of a confident step, right? She's not coming out like with the dress on. There's people noticing her. And here's the thing as well, though, as well, it's still like dependent on likes, right? It's like, oh, I have these likes now, okay, I'm a little bit happier, right? Which is not always what you want. I feel allergy, I feel you. Relatable in a lot of aspects too. So I feel, by the way, that's something they said that was earlier on in the video. First off, if you just go back to here for a second. About here, it's coming up after this actually. But we have no problem looking at the choreo again. Here, biggest sale, I feel. Yeah? I feel like every aspect of these videos is like obviously telling a story. It's a lot of like, if I look this way, I'll get more admiration. If I'm more confident, I'll get more admiration. If I have people who like, but I feel like the idea of like some aspects of this song, to me, it's like, thanks for being born every day. So it's like a birthday every day. Thank myself for being born every day as well. But I wonder if even if there's like a lot of self-love aspects of this as well, it does have like those elements of like, well, look at me, I'm great, I'm fantastic, I know I'm pretty, but then it's like still checking yourself in the mirror, still making sure that you look okay, still accepting those likes, still wanting to like, in other ways it's like, hey, the dance off in the here as well, it's coming up now as well. Like almost like a pecking order as well, like, you want to be the Queencard, I'm the Queencard, Even though everyone can coexist, I love this dance as well, it's so good. The choreo is so sick. And the chorus as well is super catchy as well also, like, and I do like G-Idol is actually very good at doing that too, where they will have like a very like a bopping like verse, where like the verse is very like uplifting, you'll see like a little bit of interlude here as well, but then it gets to the chorus and like it'll be kind of like almost like subdued in a way, like it slows it down for the chorus sometimes. Not that it's slowed down, but it's like a little bit lower, a little bit deeper, you know what I mean, in terms of like the tone. It almost strips back stuff from the choruses for the choruses sometimes, which I think could be a very, very good choice as well. Again, it's like, the comparisons with each other as well. Yeah, sorry, this video is just very interesting to me, and the G-Idol stuff is very interesting to me as well, because like, having a good image of yourself, I think, can sometimes be like one of the most difficult things that can happen for you. Having mirrors is very difficult, you know what I mean? Because you're looking at yourself constantly in the mirror as well. And while there was like a tinge of like a lot of confidence in this, and it's like, it's a very like, like the vocals are great, the choreo is great. The song itself is awesome too. I know we spend a lot of time looking at the lyrics, but I think the lyrics are very important as well when it comes to songs like this, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand how like emotionally impactful a lot of these songs can be. And especially with G-Idol, they're definitely always trying to say something. They're always trying to like to get across a point. And I feel like it's one of those things that like they're not trying to like hold your hand through this stuff. They're not trying to be like, hey, look, this is what the point is. And in a lot of ways, it can just be like, look, if you don't get it, you don't get it, right? And I do like that about G-Idol as well. It's like if this is just a bop to you, if the past two songs we had that I just show Allergy and this is just a bop to you, and you just love the song, that's great. But like there is a lot of like deeper tones to it as well, because again, there's a confident aspects where it's like, I'm the Queencard, I'm beautiful, I'm sexy, I'm amazing, I celebrate, I thank God I'm alive every day, which is great. But then there's also like tinges of like, well, I'm still looking in the mirror all the time to make sure I'm still accepting all these likes from people. Yes, there was that confident aspect at the end where it's like, I don't need the surgery, which again, there's nothing wrong with getting surgery if you want. I'm not ever like against that or anything like that. But like, I feel like you have to get it for the right reasons, right? Because there's an aspect of yourself that like you feel like, you would be even happier with that aspect changed, right? And that's perfectly fine. I never would go against people like that or badmouth anyone who had that idea. But I feel like that definitely what I get from G-Idol anyway is that like in this video, it's more confident, but there still is a tinge of like comparing yourself to others and a tinge of like sadness to it too. You know what I mean? But we love an idea of like a confident person. That's why I'm always that way, and I always say like I'd rather someone be like super confident than down on themselves always, or like even if like tinges on like, not that it's here, but like even if someone tinges on the idea of like being a little bit arrogant, I'd love it too. Not that happened here, but yeah. Maybe I'm getting this wrong. Maybe I'm just like so prone to like hearing like the sadder aspects of music videos, but like I love the song itself was really cool. The vocals are really great as always. The choreo is superb. Like it's always superb. It's like almost like instantly iconic to the point that like it makes you want to stand up and do it yourself. I'm a queen. It makes you want to do it yourself as well. But I got quite emotional at the end with this scene with her coming out of the surgery. Not because again there's anything wrong with getting surgery, but it's this aspect of like maybe being more comfortable with yourself, maybe be more confident. But also we're always gonna be like a slave to that idea of likes, because again she looks great. She looks really great. When it comes to this stuff, we'll get this choreo again for a second here. This is what I'm talking about. The choreo is so good. It's so fun. It makes you just want to get up and do it yourself. You know what I mean? Even though I would not look good doing this, but still. And it's like, take a photo as well. Yeah, like, you know, like, look how good I look, you know? And I love that aspect of the confident aspect as well. But it's comparing yourself as well. But yeah. That's another aspect that anyway as well. I thought that was really, really great. Sorry for like going off on a tangent all the time when it comes to this stuff also. But I think they're fantastic. I think G-Idol are just like, and like a big, like I think it's such a welcome thing for any part of any industry, right? To have, especially since I believe they're self-produced, which is also a great thing too. But I think it's just like, it's so needed, especially for like young girls, to like have role models that not only understand what they're going through, but they can look at like these gals and be like, look, like even they feel like a lack of confidence, and it kind of opens the veil, right? It definitely opens the veil, but also it shows them like as well, like there's aspects of like being confident that is like very, very good, and you should always be confident in yourself as well. But it's you know, nobody is perfect. Everyone's going to feel down, and having that confidence is very important too. Thank you so much for sending us in. So nice of you to send this in again. What's your damage? I loved it. Again, always like explain stuff if you want to too. I'm always available to hear more about G-Idol. They were absolutely fantastic in this. Thank you. The next video is sent in by, let me get the name up here, Felicitas Felix, sending in the character trailer for Xilonen. And they're going to wait to send Aurora and Seed Lally, since it shows their tribe area, which we have not gotten to see yet. Let's check this out. It's called Fervent Beasts, and it's a character trailer. Xilonen, one of the coolest characters of all time. We adore her. Let's check it out.
Wow, what a beautiful
I think she's so
gem.
sick. She's so cool.
You should turn it into jewelry.
We should check the grade first. But
Look how cool she is in this frame. Look at this. Oh, we're going letterbox. No way. No way. What do you mean? What? Xilonen? Oh my god. She takes off her jacket when she's fighting. Are you joking? She's so sick. She's so cool. She's the coolest character in Genshin. And I mean cool as in cool. What is that? Oh my god, I was right. She's so cool. Oh my god, she's riding up and down the frickin'... I regret not wishing on her. I regret it so much.
Looks like these Saurians
Don't miss a beat. This music is so awesome.
Let's try.
So... Oh my god, with Mulati? And then Chaska as well. Stop. What was that? Are you kidding me? No freaking way. That was... This is so freaking cool. This is like the best character trailer ever. Oh my freaking god. Oh my... I'm sorry. I need to watch it all again. I'm sorry. It's so cool. Look at her. No, it's not. This is the coolest thing ever. This is the coolest thing ever. My mind is blown. How did they just take a character that was already the coolest character in the world to me and made them even cool? Oh my god. I'm donezo. I'm donezo. No, this is the best. This is the best. Oh my god. And she looks so cool too.
It took so long to dig up, and now the phlogiston is gone.
That's for the best. Better lost in the heat of battle than locked away in a jewelry box.
Oh my freaking god. Look at the transition into the chorus, and it is the most played for a reason, guys. I need to see it again. Look at this. There's Chaska, my gal. So sick. It's so sick. No, she's the coolest character in Genshin. Easily. The coolest. I regret heavily not wishing on her. I regret it so much. I need to see the fist bump again, then we'll end it. I need to see the fist bump again. So sick. Oh my god. Yeah, that's just really freaking cool. The Xilonen is a character I already thought was like really, really freaking cool. And the fact that they're even cooler now is like so freaking amazing to me. The fact that they can even be this cool even after all that is what I'm saying. Like that they're still so cool. Like how could they get cooler? Put them in a freaking DJ set and have them be like the most amazing characters you've ever seen in your life. I love this. I love the creativity. I love how they're going like they lean into it so much in NaTaLand. Like they lean into like the very like out of this world aspects. We saw it with Kenichi as well with the video game aspects. Now they're leaning into it with like her like doing this like DJ set, her like mixed with this combat, her rapping, her doing like this hip hop scene. Like they lean into it so freaking hard. That was like the coolest freaking thing ever. It's probably the coolest character trailer ever. It's definitely the coolest. I want to see what people say in the comments, by the way. It's definitely the coolest character in the game. And here's the thing, it's not about love or favorite character. I'm talking about like cool, as in like the cool factor. The fact it feels more like a music video. I didn't smoke the full song. Wish you all luck for Xilonen. I probably shouldn't read the comments just in case they spoil anything about Xilonen, actually. Okay, I got as far as a few comments there. Let's make sure not to read the comments on that. So cool. I cannot wait to do a story quest as well. Felix, this changed my life. This changed my life. I'm a different person now. I'm a different person after seeing this Xilonen trailer. They did such a fantastic job with this. Thank you so much for sending this in, Felix. That's freaking awesome. The next video is sent in by Frambaclat. Frambaclat? I can never pronounce it. I've shared my Shadowy agenda, as now I'm sharing some of my Sonomy lore as well. You said that Sonic doesn't seem interested in Amy, but that's just not true. Sonic is very subtle and private when it comes to showing his emotions. For example, he's not the kind of guy who'd cry in front of others. Meanwhile, Amy is loud about her feelings, and rightly so. She wears her heart on her sleeve, and rightly so. And her excitement can overwhelm Sonic, and rightly so. It's been stated by the Japanese writers that he has a boy's heart, and is just shy when it comes to Amy, and that's really cute. That is really adorable. This video I've sent in as an expert for the Sonomy. I'm getting the ship name there. Written by the Sonic team in Sega, I believe. It encapsulates the raging pretty well. As I said, Sonic is very private when it comes to emotions, and whatever Sonic said in the end is reserved for him and Amy only. So there's going to be like a little silent aspect maybe here, a little Sleepless in Seattle maybe. Let's check this out. I've never seen Sleepless in Seattle, so like if that doesn't fit, please don't shoot me. Let's check it out. There we go. Oh, they're not gonna be English subtitles. We can just go with here. I love Amy, by the way. I think she's adorable. She's amazing. Again, I only get my feelings from Sonic Adventure, right? So like when I say she's not, this is really pretty animation too. Ooh. Great vocals. Oh my god, seeing a Super Sonic in the sky. I didn't ask him anything at all. Oh my god, she's adorable. She's adorable. The song's so good. The song is so good. Oh my god, it's so good. She adores Sonic, doesn't she? She really does. Great backup as well. The song is sick. The song is so cool. Love is always wavering. Close your heart and put him out. Only me. Only me. This is really pretty. This is really pretty. Very pretty. The sky will suit Dawn White, and they did this the sunrise right there. This is a gorgeous animation. Stunning. Like a wave to our great lyrics. I love the chorus. Oh my god, and the panda again. This is like such like again for me. This is such like a common like love scene though as well. Is the idea of like catching up to someone, panting and like seeing them in the distance, right? It's like either catching up to them like in like when they're getting on the plane or something. It just encapsulates that idea of love. Look at Sonic smiling as well. And it makes sense why she likes Sonic so much as well. I want to say that too. Sonic is like very, very strong. He's someone who like is always there for his friends. He's always there for anyone to help them as well. He always accepts help. He's very someone that like is easy to get along with. I'm assuming just from Sonic Adventure. Like he has all these really fantastic traits that like Amy being in love with him makes perfect sense as well. And like here's the thing, if Sonic likes Amy as well, like my perspective is too, like I love Amy. I think Amy's a sweetheart also. She's just also a very hilarious character. Let's be honest here. She's hilarious. And rightly so. Be hilarious, girl.
Yeah.
Idiot. Oh, Jesus. Amy. Oh, over 100 times? Oh my god! The emotions for this! Jesus, Amy! She is opening up! Very pretty scene. Oh my god, no! I never thought I'd see Amy cry like this in my life. It's heartbreaking. Hug her. Hug her right now. The House of Amy Rose. She's a sweetheart. Breaks my heart seeing her cry. Say it right now. Say it right now. The tears are flowing. There's a flood of tears by this rose. Oh my, that's so sweet. That's adorable. But we don't know what he said. That's so sweet. And Sonic's smiling. That's what I mean. Like he has like a very like, is it right? Would you guys say it's right saying he's a very Edward Elric style vibe to him? I guess you could say. Next video went in there as well. Like to me, like it's a very like again, Edward Elric, someone who like doesn't really wear his heart on his sleeve, but will help everybody. Will in the right moment will get very emotional with Winry, like if he needs to as well. A character that like everyone feels is so strong, but at the same time has those cracks in himself that like they expose themselves to people sometimes as well. Those cracks inside of his soul too. Like I don't know, is it wrong to say that like Sonic is very? Is that bad to say Sonic is very like Edward Elric? Am I wrong in saying like he feels like an Ed, and Amy doesn't feel like a Winry? I'll be honest with that. Like, But a very beautiful scene. The animation was really pretty as well. I didn't expect Sonic to get that emotional with I knew it was there's emotional stories, but I didn't expect him to have a poor Amy Rose crying in front of me here. But I guess like that's what emotions are all about. Really pretty stuff, Rambuka. Thank you so much for sending us in. The animation was like the star of it though for me as well. Along with like, yeah, the voice acting was great too, but like the animation looked gorgeous. It looked really, really pretty. Thank you. Next video sent to my Solvix. This one is more vibes and feels than some others. Guy falls in love with a robot. Okay. Probably best not to do that. True. It's good anime, I think. Tries to tackle a few of the social issues about relationships with your robots, but isn't too serious or deep stuff, mostly cozy. Also, hopefully, yeah. When I think of like robot like love stories, like I always think that they're heartbreaking, and that's why I was like, okay, because like again, it is one of those things where like it's a good story to tell, especially if the robot gains emotions. But in a lot of times, in a lot of cases, it's probably not going to end well. You know what I mean? It never really ends perfectly. Even my favorite one, that I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil anything. But if anyone wants to know, they can like, comment and I'll like, and say, Calvin will have a spoiler for the game below. Actually, maybe people don't want to. If you want the spoiler, if you want a little bit of a spoiler, let's check it out. Chobits Opening, Let Me Be With You. Let's go. Okay. Oh, this is like really smooth. Whoa. This is the robot, I'm guessing. Man, music from like classic animes like this like was always so smooth. Like they were like using like some of the best like disco and like R&B bops that you've ever heard in your life. And it's so true here as well. I've never heard of this though. Never heard of it in my life. Really beautiful. The music is beautiful. But as you said, it's kind of vibes, right? Like, it's not trying to be, like, really flashy. It's not trying to be anything crazy. It's, like, two people locking eyes, right? I guess a robot and a dude locking eyes. But that's what I guess it feels like in a lot of ways. I've never heard of this show in my life. The song's great. The song is great. I love the visual, this color change here. This song is so good. Yeah, you were totally right, Solvix. This was less about like having like crazy visuals. Now, I will say this video might get Crunchyroll love to block videos. They do, so I'll have to probably like cover it up to death. And then you know what happens when I cover it up to death? Then sometimes they block the audio. They're like, okay then. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll get through. If not, I'll try my best to cover up most of it. We'll do a preemptive cover up. We'll cover everything right away and we'll blur and all this stuff. Really great song. I do love the idea of an anime like exploring those like ideas of like robot human relationships, and not just in love form, but in anything. Because like there's a manga called Pluto, which is made by the greatest writer in the history of anything, Naoki Urasawa. That's my opinion. It's IMO. But like what is really cool about that is it does also explore like how robots integrate into society, and robots would integrate into society, and how sometimes it'd be resentment, sometimes to make life better. For some people, it's like one of the worst things ever. And I do like the idea of like this concept of making a show that surrounds the idea of, an interpersonal relationship between a robot and a person, and how people might react to that, how they might react to how you navigate that. How do you navigate a robot having feelings towards you? How do you like how does the society feel this is, and how were the robots made? Were they made with the idea that they could have love? Did they develop this idea as well? And that's also really cool. This song is awesome. This song is like one of those songs that like I feel like every time it gets recommended to you on YouTube as a fan of this anime, you're like, I gotta click on it, and you're watching it as well. I've never heard of this before. I really haven't. Like, and I feel like that happens. Like, I always feel like I'm an anime fan, and then you guys in Roma Reacts will be like, are you really? Look at this. That's not what they're saying. By the way, they just want to share their anime with me, but like it always like then makes me go like, there's a whole world that I haven't seen, which is good, you know? Not having like a fully expanded horizon when it comes to like all the stuff that you've seen just means that you can take it as, okay, I haven't seen that much, like a crazy amount of anime. There's a lot more to explore, right? I think that's a good way of looking at it, for me anyway. Thank you so much, Solvix, for sending us in. Thank you. Very, very cool song. And the concept to me is a very interesting concept as well. Thank you. The next video is sent in by Tyree. And you've heard one of their viral songs, so I'll introduce you to Kiss of Life properly. If I just send in the debut, you're missing context, so I'll send in everything in order it dropped. First was Natty's solo Sugarcoat. I'll take this chance to tell you something about Natty. She's 22, but she's been in the spotlight for 10 years. She was on a survival show when she was only 12, and then another she debuted when she was 18, but it wasn't successful. She's so well connected because she knows everybody. She's been through a lot, such a young age, and she's the sweetest, most caring girl. I'm glad she found her place in Kiss of Life. Give it up for Natty, everybody. Natty, that's crazy. The life that you've gone through. And yeah, give it up for Jesus Christ. Because like the industry already is crazy I've been learning when it comes to K-pop. A lot of artists can be mistreated. A lot of artists don't get the best deals, even though they're the most talented people on the planet. Natty, let's listen to Natty solo. Let's go. It's Sugarcoat, MV. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my dear lord. What a start. Are you kidding me? Already like hitting us right in like, giving us chills, you know, hitting us right in the heart. She's sleeping in the street here? Oh my god. Such a beautiful like R&B like intro. Oh my god, I don't have the I was so mesmerized. Okay, I'm so sorry. I don't even have the subtitles on. I'm so silly. It happens sometimes. Like I've literally actually said this to like actually think to you know because we have like a K-pop chat now. I've said it before. Like sometimes like you know a video will play in the background with like Zerobaseone talking in it or something like that, and I won't even notice it doesn't have subtitles on it until like I've gone through it. Also, the rule is with me with like this stuff is that like and it's always the same. I only watch like really long stuff because obviously that stuff can't be sent into Roman Reacts. I love this intro. Like a good kid. Oh my god, we're starting with this. You're judged arbitrarily? This is incredible. The song is incredible. The song is absolutely incredible. The idea of being judged arbitrarily. Yeah, there it is, yeah. Oh my god. This is such a sick song. Sugarcoat has what do you say about me? Okay. The song is amazing. The song is amazing. But I wonder if this song is about, you know, again, you said that she's been in the industry since she was 12. She's had more judgments than most people in any industry have at such a young age. Like, that's crazy. Because let's be honest, 22, right? 22, 24, 20 is a young age to be in any industry. It really is. It's so young, you know? 12? And like here you talk the idea of like you know don't sugarcoat me babe here. I wonder if it is like we'll skip back to the most replayed section because it's probably going to go into the chorus. But the idea of she says people are judging her, people think she's just like a good kid, like be a good kid, go to A to Z, all this stuff. But she's like, hey, all that bounces off me. I'm going to maybe just dance for myself. I love me. I don't mind if I'm not loved. I just move as want. This is great. Bop in my head. A complex is overrated. Well, oh my god, if I could feel like that all the time. Great chorus. I skip back, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. One of the money in the cap as well. It entices people to give money. Game is kept deeper into Pandora's box. She's such a good dancer. I love this aspect too. This song is so good. Oh my god, that move as well. But yeah, the idea of like even if I'm not understood, it's like it's okay. I understand myself. I don't want to have this complex. But it's like also like the idea of I wonder like the reference to a Pandora's box. I wonder if it's like if I do start having this complex, it's gonna open up a whole can of worms that I don't need to open up. This Pandora's box, I will never be able to close it again. You know, it's awesome. She's a good dancer. Natty, you're amazing. That's such a good move. And I wonder if it's even like I'm brushing off backhanded compliments as well with the sugar-coated stuff, you know? I'm doing stuff for myself, right? Change comes in. Get that burger. Yes, I love a burger. Such a pretty video as well. Can I? Oh, it's so good. Can I go back to like this verse here just to kind of get a more idea of this? So after yeah. I'm bopping. The true self I want to do, that I always hope for, change is coming soon. So it's like the idea of like maybe changing, but still like it's I want to be this person. This is the person I want to be. And it's like, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'll just be. I do love the idea again. The song. Oh yeah, getting rid of it. Smart. Stop watching her, bro. She didn't do anything. Get him. And there it is, a preconceived notion as well also, right? This preconceived notion of someone. Oh my god, don't cry. Kiss of life. Okay. It's a great jacket, by the way. Great jacket. And there was like the concept of looking into the mirror as well, right? The idea of looking into a mirror and seeing what the person you wanted to be as well. What's this? Is she ready to go on stage? No way they're ending us right now, are they? They are. They legitimately are. Stop. So the concept I'm getting from this song, right, is that it's not that like she's this ultra confident person, right? She's an amazing dancer. So to me, it's almost like the idea of like your, like even your sugar-coated words and all the words you give to me, all the preemptive judgment that you give to me, all the stuff that you say to me. It's like, yeah, even if I'm not loved, I don't mind. I love me. I wonder if it's not just like, hey, I'm being confident in myself. I'm being myself. It's also like I will become myself. I will become the best version of myself. I don't need you to tell me that I need to be the best version of myself. I don't wonder if that's a big aspect of it as well. And it's like when I look into the mirror, I want to see the person that I want to, be as well. It's a great chorus. Such a good chorus. Because if there's anyone who's gone through like more judgments than anybody, and unneeded judgments, it's a 12-year-old who's been in the industry for a decade. But they're not 12-year-old now. Maybe they started as 12 and they went in the industry for a decade. Yeah. But it's like I follow clear sound. even in the dark. And the image of me is kept in the Pandora's box. So I wonder if that could be good or bad. Like, Pandora's boxes are usually bad, so it's like, I wonder, it's not just self-image. I wonder if it's like, I need to get to this image, or like, I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of that image. Maybe that's it. I love this part. Mega talented. And it's like, even if the person I am going to be, I love that move so as well. Yeah. So I wonder if it is all about, like, you know, being judged, all the preemptive judgment that people will give to you. But it's like, hey, even if you are going to judge me the way you are judging me, like, I'm just going to keep moving because I honestly, you know, I'm not, it's not that I'm not affected by it. It's not like I'm going to try and find the true version of myself. I'm trying to find the version of myself that I like the most. I like me. I like this version of me. I'm not going to have this, you know, because even at the start, like, there was like if you look at the opening, I want to get the exact lyrics again, by the way. I'll show you here. Here, the same old recipe like a good kid. Straight to A to Z, don't expect anything, you're never. It's just a puzzle piece, so maybe just a part. So it's like saying as well, like, it's like you saying like, oh, I'm a good kid, I'm the same thing as always, the thing that you always think I am, like, that's you having this preconceived notion of me. That's just a part of me. That's not the full aspect of myself. That's just literally just a part of me. And it's like, you know, this idea that even though, like, you know, someone says, hey, you're a good kid, you're going straight from A to Z all the time, you're a good kid, right? That can, right, while that's not an insult by any means, right? It can feel, again, that sugar-coated style, right? That sugar-coated thing of like, hey, you're a good kid, you know? To me, that also can be as a backhanded thing as well, right? Where it's like, say if you're in a group of like a K-pop group or a dance group, and, you know, everyone is like, you know, this big flamboyant personality, and someone comes to you and says, hey, oh, and yeah, and then, Natty, you're such a good kid. You're such a good kid, and you always just go A to Z, right? You can probably take that to heart, where it's like, what is that? It's like you don't know me. You don't know what you're seeing. You're only getting to seeing this one side of me. And I feel like the idea of like having a solo song really lets you shine and show a true side of yourself as well, or at least sing about a true side of yourself as well. And I really just love the song itself. This is a song that I could listen to like over and over again. It's probably a song I'm going to add to like my workout playlist. If I'm being honest, like, it's definitely going to be in that rotation. But yeah, it instantly like gravitated me towards this gal as well, right? Like wanting to know more about her, wanting to learn more about her, having admiration for the way that she talks about herself and the way she talks about maybe even her future self. Talking about how people are, you know, judging her. Like, it's something that is like, it's not like this ultra confidence. What it is, it's like, it's a understanding of how you are perceived and an understanding of like what it means to like move past that and try to find the aspects of yourself and still show the aspects of yourself. So that all those people, like, even though they're like trying to perceive you in one way, it's like, well, I know my true self. I like me. Even if you don't like these aspects that you haven't perceived yet, I like me. And maybe I'm off base on that, but I really feel like this is an absolutely beautiful song, a very soulful kind of R&B song, and it was fantastic. Thank you so much, Tyree, for sending us in. The next video is sent in by Angel313, and they say it's a cute seer-based one song that is used for an opening of Pokemon Horizon's Rayquaza Rising. Now, I know they did a collaboration of Pokemon in some kind because I saw a bunch of pictures that were being put into the K-pop chat of like the ZB1 boys in with like Pokemon beside them. So that's really cool to know that it was like an official like opening. That's so sick. That's like, oh, you have arrived. You have arrived. It's really cool seeing these ones as well, isn't it? And we're starting off with Zhang Hao here. Going work. Sweetheart, who looks like he's a sweetheart who's built like a brick house. Right? He's so like strong. Look at these boys. I've grown to like adore them with all my heart. Like it's such a big admiration for them. I love them so much. No longer with a cowardly heart. And there's Guivin. He's so adorable. He really is. It's funny, even without looking up, like, it's like Matthew's voice is so like Matthew, right? And that's why I love all of them. They're also like, again, they're so unique and they bring something, each of them brings something to the table, right? When it comes to like not only just their personalities, but their vocals as well. I adore them. Get it, Ricky. Get it, Ricky. Best vocalist in the world. You gotta say thump, thump, thump. The future that's been entrusted to me. What had been. So talented. I'm sending you an encouraging cheer. All together as well. It's so sweet. G1? He is my bias, right? For sure. Probably my favorite K-pop star in the whole world. The thing is about him as well is like his voice is so unique to me. It's so unique. It's like such an interesting tone, like, and the way he sings is so soft and like delicate, while also like having the ability to have that soft and delicate tone like become very like, let's just be honest, sexy. And people in the comments like, please never say that again. But it's the truth, like, right? It's like it's a very, he can get to a very sensual tone as well when it comes to his voice, and it's intentional, right? When it comes to like a lot of the songs. But he is just so freaking talented, and I love his voice so much. It was you'll be okay. They're great. They're really great. Eugene, the baby, the prodigy. Surprisingly enough, whenever Eugene sings, there he goes, you again. You know what I mean? It's like such a unique voice, right? Okay, it's yeah, like we'll play it again, watch. But with Eugene as well, a little bit of Eugene, because we want to talk about Eugene in a second as well. I love his unique voice so much. Ricky, he's so good. He's so good. Oh, getting you in. Today, they're all so amazing. But yeah, like G1's voice is so unique. Eugene has a way deeper voice than you even expect. Like his singing voice is like even deeper than G1's. You know what I mean? Today to me is like the best vocalist that I've heard in my life. Like so freaking amazing. Guivin has like so much personality in his vocals, and it's like I feel like it's like even like underrated even with myself sometimes when I talk about how good the vocals are. Same with Gunwook. I think Gunwook is like, you know, incredibly good at singing too. It's just like, again, I love hearing from them at any point. I really do, and I love that we've discovered them here on this channel, and it's by we I mean me, and then maybe some other people too. Who knows? I love this part too. Awesome. It's a very uplifting song, right? Which is like for Pokemon, yes, let's get it, you know? Jianghouse, so talented, so talented. Into a handbid. Number 1 and 2 on Boys Planet. Oh. Look how good they all are. And like again, I think I'll always have like the softest spot for G1 just because he is my quote unquote bias. But I'm so happy that I got to like get into the group and like learn about them more and understand them more, to the point that like anyone in like the Patreon chats when we chat about this stuff will tell you that like my conversations have gone from like G1 to like, oh my god, have you seen Today do this? Matthew's so good at this. Django and Hambin is doing this. I love how Ricky's like this. Givid's like this. Yuji's so adorable. Gunwook is like that. Like it's literally, and anyone could like say that. It's like literally changed so much over the past while, which is great, which is what you want, right? When you're getting into a group. Keep walking even more. It's the lyrics are very uplifting. It's very Pokemon-like as well, though, the music as well. Great stuff. That makes me so happy that they got to... I knew there was like a collab, but I didn't know how deep the collab was, because that's pretty huge. Pokemon is still the #1 money-making industry in the entire world. Like, this is not even like me being like just a Pokemon fan. It legitimately is the number one industry in terms of like revenue. It still makes the most money. It makes more money than even like Disney at this stage. I don't know if it's still true. It was like 4 years ago. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I'm using something I learned years ago. Maybe it's, but then again, what you have to understand with Pokemon is like still Pokemon has like the highest selling school bags even. Like it's crazy. Yeah, just really, really sweet seeing a song like that, very uplifting song as well, because songs can get sad sometimes, especially in the K-pop world, and I feel like this is very tailored for Pokemon as well. I love that all the voices got to shine at certain points. I really like enjoy how unique they are, how they bring everything to something different to the table vocally. Because again, it's one of those things that like now we've gone to the point, and I will get to the point hopefully with other groups as well, where you close your eyes and like you can like tell, you know, it's like, oh, that's this person's going, because again, everyone has a unique voice, a unique tone, and that's the way it goes, right? But with Zerobase1, it's like my first K-pop group. It's my first one. And it'll always be my first one. And it's crazy to think of it that way, that my first one has so many amazingly talented people, so many amazing personalities as well, that I got to know them. Yeah, this song was really uplifting and nice, and it really felt like it fit the tone of like an anime, right? And it fit the tone of like Pokemon, which is really good too. And they all got to shine. And that's like all you can ever really ask for when I look at like a Zerobase1 thing, because I want to hear them all do well. I want to see them all do well. When I'm watching like a music video, for example, I want to make sure like I'm looking out for everybody, seeing what they're doing. Sometimes even rewatches is like really, really important too, because you're like, oh, like that's what this guy was doing in this moment. Because remember early on with the videos, I remember I was watching them and I would be like, always have my eye like trained on G1. Right, always. And then it changed to like always having my eyes on him, but then going back and watching the videos as well and being like, oh, look what like Guivin did at this moment. Look at the little dance Tere did in Good So Bad, like, you know, or how he moves towards the camera during in Bloom. It's like really cool looking back on all this stuff now, knowing them and having much admiration for all of them. It's really, really fun. Thank you so much, Angel, for sending us in. Loved hearing this and loved seeing the Zerobase1 boys again in Roma Reacts. The next video sent to by Cat Sith. This is originally a Vocaloid song, music and lyrics by GUSF. Pronunciation Joseon. Joseon, okay. It's a title translated here as the young mistress and the young master's career in villainy. Many people have made covers of it, and many people have made music videos of it using their favorite characters. This one is of Venti and Lumine and Genshin Impact. Oh my god, it is! I'm looking at the thumbnail now and I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. English subtitles are in the video itself. Let's go. This, by the way, is by a smaller channel as well. Always the links will be in the description below. Let's check it out. Super interesting. When I added this to the thing, I didn't look twice at the thumbnail because I like to be surprised. So I didn't even think it was like Genshin. I want to see what Origin's calling me. That's interesting. The idea of someone's eyes being difficult to look through, that means you can't really understand what they're thinking at any moment, right? You don't know what their next move is going to be. Very like spy-esque music, right? No hint of sunniness or gloominess? Just too cool. Again, emotionless. It's like the idea of emotionless eyes, right? And knowing your target. My head off? The male and female vocals together is awesome, actually. It's a very like simple melody, right? But like it works because it really feels like it is like a crime movie theme song or like a spy movie theme song, right? It really feels that way. Great stuff. Again, the change of the vocals there as well is always very cool. Like telling a story. These songs, again, originally a Vocaloid song, yeah, they do usually tell a story through them as well, don't they? All our blood will flow? Oh, Jesus, man. I'll take care of everything. What is it trying to say here? You go be free. Absolutely not. So it's like I'm not leaving this. What is happening with this? So it's like trying to find the traitor. What is happening? So is it the idea of like them, like they were ruthless, but now they're like propping each other up, backing each other up? Is that what we're getting in this? I could be wrong. It's interesting, like again, like I wasn't expecting like to have Venti and Lumine in a song together. No, thank you. It was really, really cool. But it seems like I could be wrong. What I'm getting from this is the idea that like they were cold and ruthless and maybe they changed after they found out there was a mole. One of you has lost your faith in the clan. But is it that they still stood by each other in the end? Is that what we're getting at this? In their life of villainy? So all people will die if they don't come forward. So no matter what, both of them will die if they don't come forward. So I wonder if it is like this idea of then changing, because like let's prop each other up with this then. Let's back each other up. It seems like they're trying to back each other up here, right? Yeah, that's what I'm getting for anyway. I'll be left. Yeah, you're right and left flanks. Yeah, interesting. Because I wonder if that's what that it probably is trying to say that in the end, where it's like, I'll don't worry, like I got your back here. But it is a very it's a video I wasn't expecting. It's a video that like I didn't even know existed. I didn't even know that there was people making covers of it. But I guess it makes sense that people making cover of those vocalized songs are very, very popular. But in this case, like it's kind of like trying to portray, I guess, the idea of like even though they're cold and villainous and have these cold eyes, they still back each other up in the end, and they still, will stay with each other in the end. And Venti is an interesting choice for this, because Venti is like someone who I could never imagine. Well, I can imagine being a villain in terms of like stealing stuff, but only in a very funny and comedic way. Lumine, I think, was like, set up to be kind of like a very scary character at some points. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's like a it fits very well, because like I think for especially, and this is for a while, like we thought like, is Lumine evil, is Lumine bad? But then we quickly kind of realized, okay, there's something else going on here. So that does fit the tone too. I like the colors of it. I think the actual drawings are really good too. If you can check them out as well, it'd be great, guys. Young Mistress and Young Masters. Yeah, if I'm missing the point of this, please let me know. We can definitely like move on from there, and you can definitely correct me on this. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool. Thank you so much, Katseth. The next video is sent in by Christian, and this is a vlog from last year where Zero Base 1 goes on trips without staff supervision. In this one, Guvian, Machu, Gunmug, and Haben and Yujin went to Japan. Guvian actually edited the entire vlog himself. Feel free to start from 3:35 and end at 13:26. So yeah, as always, guys, first of all, thank you for sending us in. The reason why we have to start at a certain point and end at a certain point, as always, I explain it every week, and people in the Patreon do not find this upsetting whatsoever, is because we have a 10-minute limit on everything, and the reason for the 10-minute limit is so I can get to every video. If we had like a 14 or even 12-minute, it does change things. You might not think it changes things. 10-minute videos turn into minimum 15-minute sections. 12-minute turn into 17 or 16-minute sections. If you have a 15-minute video, it turns into a minimum like a 22-minute segment. Which if everyone had a 22-minute segment, you're talking about like a 10-hour video. You know what I mean? But everyone understands anyway. Let's check this out. Matthew looked fantastic in that frame.
형 여기 시장은 뭐라고요? 이름이? 니시키. 니시키? 가요 진 사람 유라유라 부르기.
Yura. The loser sings Yura.
아 근데 그 꼬치를 많이 파네. 저희가.
Look at Matthew, man. Matthew is like serving like crazy.
식당 안에가
Such a
굉장히
good look.
있습니다.
And he knows it too. And he should know it.
그래서 저희도
Eugene is just sitting there. Look at this. And this is what's so funny about Eugene. Eugene will like be like, again, and what I've learned from like Camp Zero Base 1 as well. Eugene will sit there like this, motionless, for like, could be for like 3 hours. And then all of a sudden he'll do the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life.
무엇이죠?
Oh no, he's adorable. He's adorable. Speaking of adorable, Eugene get in the camera. Mother.
자, 조용히 하라니까 더 시끄럽죠? 그러면 음식 나오면 또 먹겠습니다. 여기가 식당이 왔는데 한국어랑 영어 표지판이 없어요.
All right.
굉장히 로컬 맛집이었습니다.
So you just have to point it out. Actually, a very interesting thing happened. I heard a story about a guy who went to Japan and he was very worried at first, and he pointed out a picture of a food on the board, and they gave him the food and it tasted good, and he said he never was worried again because the food tasted good. You know? And I think that's such a nice way of putting it. He's like, oh, the food is great. Even though there's still worries. They love close-ups, don't they? They love a close-up. They love a good close-up.
왠지 맛있어? 맛있어? 처음 먹어보는데 진짜 맛있다.
Aw.
진짜 괜찮다.
Is that a natural reaction for everyone, by the way, when Eugene's on camera just going, oh, oh, Eugene. These boys are not afraid to eat on camera whatsoever.
맛이 없어요. 설명해 주세요.
Oh my god, it looks incredible.
이렇게 노른자가 주황색인데 노란색으로 하면 맛있겠다.
So Eugene editing this and filming it himself, I think is a very fantastic experience to have as well. It's a good skill to have, especially if you're in entertainment in any aspect. Learning about that is also very good. I think you'll also get the respect of like editors and producers if you know how to do this stuff too. Honestly.
오늘도 정신없는 제로베이스.
Look at you, Hanbin.
하나만 더 주세요. 끝말 읽기? 그러면 스펙타클하게 영어로.
It's such a cool setting.
다른 거는 사람.
Wait, because I think it's because he does. Matthew, is it because he doesn't have perfect Korean? Like he's great Korean, but I think it's because like he's not as great with pronunciations as everyone else. Is it? Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong because I thought maybe it was good they were going to play rock paper scissors, but maybe like they have a the pronunciations matter. Because I know I've seen like YouTube shorts of them like where Matthew will try and like pronounce a word, and it was a game where he lost, I suppose. But I guess it wouldn't matter in rock paper scissors. Yeah, I thought they had to say something as well. His face. Kissing Matthew. He realizes what just happened. Thank you for the food. Is Guibin standing on the chairs? This looks so fun.
시장의 분위기가 굉장히 정겹습니다. 나도 사랑해.
What? I can't get over how good Matthew looks, by the way. I can't get over it. It's such a good look. Handcuffs. Wallet.
수영이 자기만의 세상에 빠졌어요. 나투영이
Also, the effort to blur everyone's face, I know they have to do this, but like it's so crazy. You know, like Yuvin's doing a fantastic job with this. Oh my god, look at that. The food looks so good. I feel like when I watch these type of videos, like the extra Zero Base 1 behind the scenes stuff, I'm just like in my own world. I feel like I'm not even recording Rome Reacts now. I'm in a different universe. He's going alone so bold, we need to catch him. Eugene.
가장 대장 때 새우튀김을 기다리고
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. He's like, I don't have to be the leader for a second.
아니 잠깐만.
Great stuff.
오늘 비둘기 진짜 아니야 이거 아니야. 오오오오. 나 비둘기.
Scared of pigeons, okay. And of course the youngest, showing a lack of fear here.
어떻게 생각해?
He shook his head at Eugene, did he?
비둘기를 무서워하는.
They love close-ups in this, don't they? Yeah, I think the guy shook his head at him after scaring him because he probably did come to watch the birds. Oh, he's shaking his head. Okay. They love close-ups.
멋있죠. 야 이제 한 마리만 저쪽으로.
Send one there.
없죠?
And he just goes for it. Such a beautiful place, isn't it?
비둘기가 널 무서워하는 건 내가 인정할게.
Really pretty.
근데 네가 왜 비둘기를 무서워하냐?
Gunworks plans are amazing too.
나의 불행은 다 행복. 근데 강에서 바닷물 색깔이 나오냐 어떡해? 이쁘다.
It is very pretty. It is very, very pretty.
야, 저건 뭐냐?
Oh my god. I guess what I'm talking about. Eugene has two modes. He's either like quiet as a mouse forever and then like being like the most energetic person you've ever seen in your life. Truly. It's amazing.
이제 말 걸어봐, 말 걸어봐. 야! 매야 매. 야 매다 매다. 야 이건 멋있는데? 야, 너 그러다 매 맞는다? 어? 우리 일로 쭉 가면 돼. 그러면은 낭랑 18세입니다. 아니 쟤네 잡으러 가네.
They're coming to get the dogs, yeah.
야 소코스다 소코스.
Kim yeah, because they call Kim Ture a duck, by the way, which is so freaking adorable.
야 너무 클리네. 야.
Kim Ture's are being beaten is a crazy line.
얼굴 맞으면 어떡해? 야 유진이 던져도 잡아가나? 아니. 까마귀가 커.
It is a big crow, isn't it?
야 근데 아니면 저기 던지는 분한테 하나만 달라고 그럴까? 부탁해요. 혹시 한번 해보자. 근데 난 안 해.
Oh yeah, Hanbin's going. That's actually very sweet though as well. Like Hanbin, like, you know, taking the leader approach, asking for a bit of food to give to the birds.
아니 여러분들 저는 조류가 너무 무서워요. 이거 봐요.
I think she gave him some.
던져.
That's so sweet. That is so sweet. And Guggen's throwing it in now.
우와. 야 저걸 어떻게 잡았냐? 변화구? 야 이제 봐봐. 야.
Wait, did the hawk catch it?
어머. 야 오리 색깔 봐.
They're so sweet together.
잠깐만 머리 주황.
An orange-headed duck?
이로치 오리.
Hirochi. Oh, was that the name for Psyduck?
시바견이다. 거기 뭐라고요?
This is again, it's just like so fun seeing them like behind the scenes. They have such good chemistry. They're so fun. We're just watching people just walk through like a town, through a city, and we're sitting here. I'm literally sitting here just like enamored and like entertained to no end.
이렇게 외우시면 편해요. 일본어 1타 강사로서. 키우츠케 때는 사실 조심하라는 뜻이에요.
He just doesn't look at his vibe. Look at the energy, like the sunlight that he exudes.
근데 왜 조심하라고 하느냐? 예. 카와이다 때 고멘네라는 게 있잖아요. 예. 귀여워서 미안해. 키우츠케 때. 귀여워죽게 때.
This is what I'm talking about, like the sweetest sweetheart in the world built like a brick house. You know what I mean? Honestly, like I think it's like you can trust these guys on an unsupervised trip, but also it's like it's really, really cool that like they like that they're having such a good time with each other as well, you know? It's very sweet. He does look very handsome. They both look so handsome.
우여곡절 끝에 스키야키집에 들어왔습니다. 오사카에선 여러분들 식당을 무조건 예약하십시오.
I know it's gonna have to end soon. I'm crying. I'm crying.
진짜 예약하세요, 제발. 근데 굉장히 운이 좋아요. 엄청난 전통을 자랑하는 스키야키집에 들어왔어요.
그치만 좀 비싸.
하지만
And
스쿼시 다카이.
Zero-Base1 love food. They love a good, and me too. They love a good dish. Oh my god. And they're like, are they teaching them how to do it as well? This all looks great. This all looks so good.
이거 너 거야. 돈돈이 기레이. 맛있게 먹어. 이따다키마스.
They're so sweet. They're so sweet. I like, oh, look at you. It's adorable. They're all just so sweet. He's a baby.
젖감내기 사다리 타기 이게 누구예요? 63만 원. 1번 유진.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious.
1번 유진, 2번 규빈, 3번 건우, 4번 한빈, 5번 매튜.
How to decide who will pay for food. Even Hanbin, the leader, is so excited. Who is it? Is it Hanbin? Wait, he won money? Or he has to pay 60,000 won. Wait, is that? Sorry, I misinterpreted that a little bit. Sorry about that.
자, 잠깐만. 그러면은 전체 결과 봅니다.
Look how excited they get. This is so adorable. Number 4. 60,000 yen. Sorry, 60,000 yen. So like, does that mean he has to pay the 60,000 yen for this? Is that what they're saying? Because Hanbin's face tells me he's paying for the food. Hanbin, thank you for the food. They are the essence of just being so adorable. Oh my god, I know his face. No! Something is wrong with it. Oh. You know what? At least I can now watch the rest of these videos, you know what I mean? I feel like that's always like a consolation, is I can watch the rest of them by myself. As I said, like, that's just how things go with these videos. Again, it would mean that I would get to nobody. Like, it's just the truth about it, guys. And I know it's horrible to say, but it's the truth. Like, if it would mean that I would only get to like the first 20. But yeah, their chemistry is unmatched. Like, I love seeing them all together. I love seeing how much fun they have. They're clearly having the time of their lives here. They really are. It's honestly like so fun to me that like we have a group that is not only so talented, but like is so like good just to watch. Just good to watch. Here we got to see them just like have like a fun in their like natural state. They got to have fun without the staff there as well, which is also really good. They got to just like film their own stuff, edit their own stuff, and you can see how excited they get in the moments. Like the joke at the end about having Hanbin, not the joke, I know he has to pay, Hanbin like paying for the food. Like, it just shows how like close they've gotten, but how like much fun they have together. Like when you saw like Guvin's face lighting up and then dancing, and the 3 lads in the end dancing as well. It's so sweet. But these videos are so fun just because, like, if I describe someone to someone like who outside this, and they said, oh, like, what video did you watch? Any YouTube videos today? And I'm like, yeah, I watched an amazing one. These guys took a trip to Japan. And then the person probably goes, did they do anything crazy? And it's like, they got some food. Okay. They fed the ducks and the hawks. Oh, okay. And they got some food again. Okay. And it's like, yeah. And it was like the most entertaining thing I've seen. And I feel like that's such like a, I don't know. Do you guys feel like too when you watch this, if you're a Zero-Base1 fan, do you feel like too when you watch these type of videos where it is like, yeah, if you describe it to someone, it's probably the most mundane thing in the world, and it is. It's like a very normal thing, but to me, it's just so much fun, and I adore seeing them all together like that as well. Yeah, absolute sweethearts. I adore them. They are amazing. It's so good to see this vlog. It really was so good. And Yuvin did absolutely fantastic as well. Well done. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sending us in, Christian. The next video is sent in by Yubaka. Here's a Path to Nowhere music video that showcases some parts of the main story, but without context, it's just cool imagery, so make sure to enjoy the artwork just as much as the music. We'll try our best, as always. Let's do this. Black Halo. Crazy cool visual there with the Ferris wheel in the background. Very, very cool. Oh. Are the subtitles turned on? There are no subtitles, okay. So I can't... Does it not have subtitles? Oh, it's there. Sorry, I'm very, very silly. They're on the screen, just small. My bad. Already blood in someone's eyes. Cool visuals. An apple rot, like, are they saying someone is rotten from the core? See, I'll be honest as well, like the way that the text is, it is hard to like focus on the video and the words, to be honest, but I'll try my best for sure. Jesus. Let's get that full transition for ourselves. Like, what's happening here? Sick. Very sick transition into the chorus. What is this? Like, it's like an angel of death or something. Cool stuff. And like, it's like really like, oh, muffled under the, like, it's almost like it's underwater there for a second as well. Like the visuals are really like crazy, right? There's like some stuff that's just like, oh, that's so hauntingly beautiful. Like the Ferris wheel, the star was actually beautiful. The stuff in the bed like was very like I just didn't even like understand what I was looking at in some cases. But like every single frame, there's like something really interesting happening, visually. Look at this, stars. Such a cool riff. What is that? That's so crunchy. That part of the guitar, that part of the song. It's so crunchy. Finding myself in the same battlefield with you guys. So crunchy. So maybe it is to do angels. Maybe it is. Look at this as well, like this kind of rusty, like again, this always like makes me feel like kind of like, you know, it feels dangerous, right? But in this case, it seems like just people living down here as well. So there's obviously like maybe different levels to this city as well. Cool guy over here. Like it's interesting because like every single visual we've seen in this music video so far, like it feels like there's nothing in this place that is truly safe, right? Even the moments where it's like really calm, there's like a sorrow-filled like right there. Look, it's like what's happening here, like, you know? It doesn't feel like anything's truly safe and sound. Very cool look there as well. What is that? Is that her wings that are going? I can't. So sick. So sick. Again, like, I think that the music is always for this stuff is really. We saw this before with there was an original trailer. We watched this as well, but this here. I'm trying to get a grasp on this. Is that like, it's blood? Is that blood? It looks like wings though, right? That's what it looks like to me. It looks like wings. Which again is a really cool visual as well, but it's like breaking through something as well. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. So yeah, like it's to me. Sorry, went into the next part there. To me, like what we get from this, I think in general, like is like there's a lot. Like just being completely honest, there's a lot of stuff that goes on here as well. It seems like the lyrics like were very like about like. First of all, they said the idea of like, you know, the idea of the people wanting to take control. There was the idea of like something being rotten, like to the core, like an apple as well. Like, but like if you're using that to describe either a, let me go back here and see what it was describing exactly. Some really cool visuals in this as well. It's an app, so it's not a person. It's like again, it's not because I thought like, oh, we're still looking behind someone's eyes because like, so it's the game itself is not fair, or it is fair, but it's saying that it's still rotten to the core. So even though like it's the game that we're playing here is not gonna be fixed, it's not gonna be fixed easily, but there's a tone of like I will survive through the endless night, even though the world is on fire. So it definitely is trying to portray like the idea of fallen angels, the idea of a broken, like this visual here. Let me show you here now. Like this is so interesting to me and so striking to me as well. Right? So I wonder if it is like if it is a thing where it's trying to portray in the song like the idea of like a world that is destroyed, a world that is broken, but there's still people that like are like I guess fighting through it or surviving through it. And the game is not exactly, they say game, you know, the game is rotten to the core. So I wonder if it's like even fighting back against it is a difficult uphill battle at this stage. Like it's not going to be something that's going to be easy because this thing is like destroyed from the inside out, right? It's not like something that is going to be easily taken back. And there's also this idea of like leading into battle, like I'll lead you, will you lead us? So I wonder if it is like it is also the song's trying to portray the idea of like a battle about to happen in this place too. Because again, this place that we saw the like aspects of this before in like the original trailer, the video trailer as well, and that it had like an unbelievably sick tone to it as well. That did feel like there was a lot of danger in this world. We said that before, I believe, also, and I feel like the song did a good job of portraying that here as well. But also like portraying a hopelessness that also has like an aspect of hope to it too. Like the game is unfair, but hey. It's rotten just gore, hey, but we're still going to survive. We're still going to try our best. Yeah, sorry if I didn't understand that completely, and it was kind of difficult for me to like look at the lyrics in the corner and then look back up at the screen. It was just being completely honest. So I hope I was able to still like get a good idea of this for you as well, Yubaka. If you want to explain a lot of this to me as well, you can 100%. Please do, and we will talk about it there. Because sometimes I feel like I'm very perceptive about what a video is trying to say or what a game is trying to portray, and then sometimes I feel like I'm really bad at it. Sometimes I really suck at it. What I will say is, can I review as well just the visuals? So cool. Like I talked about instantly that Ferris wheel, like the kind of like angel's wings character as well. The blood that was spewing out coming by that character that looked like wings as well. There was like the scene with like a dragon with the girl staring at the camera as well. There was like really sorrowful scenes where that guy was like staring down. Like there was like a calming scene, but still there was some like very like horrible feeling to it as well. Like it felt like, oh god, there's something going to happen here as well. There was a scene underground with all the tents underground too that like really, where it was like, you know, I think at that moment you even said like the clock is ticking, time is almost up. Some really desolate scenes, but like there's almost like a real beauty in those desolation scenes as well. It was really, really neat to see. So thank you, Yubaka, for sending us in. Thank you. The next video is sent in by DanDaDan. Some people might consider this a spoiler since the game had just came out, but it's new Udra's team. A scary, intelligent octopus monster that coats itself in a flammable oil that ignites in order to fight against the player. That sounds terrifying. Let's check this out. Oh, it is a beastie. Well, of course it's a beastie, but like a scary beastie. So sick, are you kidding me? This is really freaking cool. Oh, the strings as well? So, the like little, not darker tone, but like quieter tone. This is a cool theme for a freaking boss. Like, it's like so crazy because the Monster Hunter music we know was already fantastic, right? I'm sorry I just keep going back because I want to listen to these different things again, but like, I can see it chasing me in my head with this music. I can feel it coming around corners, wriggling everywhere, trying to get me. Very cool. Very cool. They're killing it. They're absolutely killing it with this. So freaking cool. This is just an epic boss theme. And like, the thing is with Monster Hunter is that like while I'm like, yeah, this is so cool, wow, this is so amazing, they've always been freaking like, Monster Hunter music, when you hear it, even if you had never even like played Monster Hunter before, it's like, wow, this is so sick. Nice, really nice. Oh my god, it gets even like more epic like at the end of it. This part come up here. Isn't it so sick? So sick. So sick. I wouldn't want to fight this enemy though. You'd never catch me fighting this guy. And then it loops, I'm guessing. Very cool stuff. Monster Hunter, again, we talked about Monster Hunter at a great length before. It's a game that I've always like wanted to like really kind of get into. And I actually heard like now like it's gonna get even bigger. And I feel like now Monster Hunter is like bigger than ever. And it's a massive game. I think it's one of those weird things where like if you talk to like the general public and you're like, that don't play games, that like only know games in the periphery, and you go, oh, you know Monster Hunter, be like, what's that? You know? But if you talk to like anyone who plays video games, just all like anyone who like has a console or anything, you talk to them and they will like instantly know what Monster Hunter is because it's gotten gigantic. It's no longer like, and it deservingly so. It's a game franchise that worked hard to get to this stage. It reminds me of Dark Souls in a way, DanDaDan, where, and now people hate on Dark Souls. I think it's going to happen to Monster Hunter as well. I really think, and Monster Hunter is even bigger than Dark Souls now. It's even bigger. It's massive. But I think it's going to, maybe not Elden Ring, but I don't know. I don't know the numbers, but I know Monster Hunter is massive. I know for a fact that like people are going to start being like, oh, Monster Hunter wins at the Game Awards again. Monster Hunter wins this, you know? It's going to happen eventually because you're a victim of your own success sometimes. But what will always be the story is Monster Hunter worked hard. The franchise worked hard. The people behind the franchise worked hard and kept and stuck to their guns and made a game that wasn't always a game that was for everybody, but ended up being a game for like everybody. People love it now. People adore it, and it's rightly so. The music is so freaking good. I'm excited to hear more tracks, more boss themes. I don't know if DanDaDan's doing that, but like it is really cool to hear some boss themes here. And for me, like, it's not a spoiler because, like, I probably won't be playing Monster Hunter Wilds anytime soon. And it is one of those situations where, like, if I'm going to play Monster Hunter, I am digging my heels in and I am digging my teeth into it. I am taking a big bite. I am devouring it. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure if I ever do it, I have to have the time to do it. I have to have the perfect time to do it. You know what I mean? And I have too many games in my backlog and too many games I want to let's play. But hopefully we'll get into it soon. Thank you so much, DanDaDan, for sending us in. That was awesome. The next video is sent in by Minu. And it's a Honeyworks video, which is always great. This time is a song about Haruki, the boy from the previous episode, and the teacher he has known for many years. Haruki was a little kid back then, and his teacher was a high school student. Okay. They knew each other because he was best friends with Haruki's older brother. So it's kind of like Haruki had two brothers. Unfortunately, there was a tragedy that changed everything, and they didn't see each other again until Haruki went to high school, but the teacher still distances himself from him and pretends as if nothing happened. Okay. So Haruki is the kind of bold boy from the last one, I guess. Am I right in saying that? Interesting style started. I noticed it right away, Minu. Like almost like a much darker tone. What's with the numbers? You get the tension? Hopefully not. Really cool riff. Just shredding on the guitar as well. Adding a bit of color to it as well. So yeah, I think he is the bold, not the bold boy, but the kind of rambunctious boy from the last one. I like this art style as well. Very cool. Oh my god, adorable. How many does you have? So it seems like there definitely is a conflict, right? Oh my god. Stop. And again, it is like this like nature of like when you're young, everything's amazing, right? Oh my god, is there like a nature of that as well? Maybe you can tell me, Minu, is it a nature of like it's like you solved this for me when I was younger. Look what I'm able to do. Look at this. I don't need you. Look at this. The smile as well. Very adorable smile. Such a different style, right? Such a different style. Teacher, I hate you. It's very catchy. It's so catchy, but the style, as always, is very, very pretty. I haven't finished his homework. It's almost like a challenge in his eyes. I bet you could still lend me a hand like old times. So he is, so maybe it's a frustration because of the distancing? Maybe? Possibly? This is such an adorable frame to me. Call me child whenever. Oh, measuring how tall he is. Interesting. And there is like trying to stop touching me for Christ's sake. It is like trying to compare yourself to him as well. Like, hey, like I know love. I'm maybe more mature now. And he's like, I won't raise my hand. There's no way. Man, this is so interesting. And again, I haven't finished my homework. It sounds like a challenge, right? It's like, hey, I haven't finished my homework. Stop. Look at this. I'm sorry if I keep pausing, Minu. It just he looks so adorable as a kid. By the can-do way it all, wonder by wire that myself, you are wearing the white coat again. You are kind of odd. That is my hobby. Do you need help? So, and he's almost like, hey, I bet you could do still lend hands like old times. Oh my god. Adorable and a half. It's a cool song as well. Like Honeyworks is always like very cool music also. So you're making you popular, you're making people laugh. sick riffs here. So look, there's like a very, like almost like, sorry, the reason I was talking so much and I felt like I paused there for a bit. I kind of felt a little bit like suffocation there. Like it felt like there was like a roadblock there in the song, like between the characters here, and I honestly felt it for a second. I was like, you know when like you're watching a TV show and like you hold your breath a bit? It felt like that. I was like, what's happening? What's gonna happen? You know, drowning. You know, this feeling of drowning. Maybe that's what I was getting the vibe of. Maybe that's to do with the tragedy that's happened. So I keep pausing. It's just so interesting to me. Oh, they're all the same. It's just me. Nothing's changed over 1,000 year odyssey or eternal meetings and then partings. Is he immortal? Oh. And it's my vote counts as well. That's what wins. Please solve it with me. Welcome home. The idea of like wanting that help as well. You could oh my god. He's a sweetheart in 10 halves. Interesting. It's a great song as always. It really is. It is a great song. With interesting visuals. It seems like more and more these Honeyworks videos are going for like a less than colorful style, right? That's adorable as well. That's adorable. Yeah, so I want to read what you said again, if that's okay, Minu, because I want to make sure I'm getting absolutely every aspect of this so I don't miss out on anything too much here. So what you were saying is, it's Samba Haruki, which is the boy we saw there, yeah? And the teacher he's known for many years. Haruki was a little kid back then, and the teacher was a high school student. They knew each other because he was best friends with Haruki's older brother. Okay. So it's kind of like Haruki had two older brothers. So he was like an older brother to him, yeah. So the teacher still distanced himself and pretends nothing happened. So I'm wondering, yeah, like I said, is it the distancing that really is like what frustrates Haruki in a lot of ways? Where he's like, you could still help me, you could still do all this stuff, and he feels like it's not like very like it's almost frustrating, right? It's like, yeah, I have all these people around me, I have all these people that love me, but I don't have that same feeling I had when you used to help me out as well. Haruki as a character is like already really interesting to me because it seems like a character who like, you know, is a very frustrated character. As you said, rambunctious is probably the best word to describe them. They're kind of like a troublemaker, or maybe they try like to make people laugh, a class clown. But showing off that they do have these like these childlike emotions because they are, younger. They are much younger. They have these very immature emotions, and they're constantly trying to be like, it's almost like they're longing for those moments again from when they were younger, but they're still trying to like be something bigger. I'm tall, I'm mature, I can solve this Rubik's Cube, and it kind of ended up like, hey, we can smile, let's solve it together in the end, which I think is like a very great conclusion to this as well. The Honeyworks videos are so good. Like, they're so freaking good. And we always like have to me, like, it's always like a very deeper meaning to it. You get to know the characters. I feel like we have, like, and you pointed out, Minu, recently that I think you were happy that I remembered some of the characters. And it's just like, yeah, they're so good at telling a story. They're so good at like getting these characters across and like really developing these characters, even in music videos, which is really, really cool. I think they did a good job of that, doing that here as well. I love the idea of like, I would say a good character is someone who says one thing and does another. It's clear he was like longing for that feeling again, but he was also trying to like make it seem like he hated this person like as well. At least that's what I got from him as well. Maybe I'm wrong, Minu. But thank you so much for sending us in. That was also really awesome to see. Beautiful animation as usual. Really cool stuff. Thank you. The next video sent in by Aka. ZB1 Comeback Time. Dr. Doctor was the pre-release, and now this is the main title, Blue, of their album, Blue Paradise. This might be one of my favorite music videos from them. The budget is insane. The concept focuses on how the color blue, although often seen as sad, brings back nostalgia, happy memories, and can represent limitless like the blue sky. They also call back to their In Bloom MV with a virtual reality game concept. Okay. Very cool. Very cool idea as well. let's check it out. We love Zerobaseone. We love their music videos, and we love to see them. Blue. I've been dying to see this one with you guys. I really have, because I haven't been able to watch it because I want to watch it with you guys. Let's go. You have subtitles on. Oh my god, Zhang Hao. The longer hair looks so good on Zhang Hao. It's such a good look. Oh, wow. Oh my god, all of them together. Oh my god. Whoa, Zhang Hao. I got chills seeing Zhang Hao on the table. With the angel's wings? Look at them all. Yeah, no, I can tell you what you meant by the budget. It's insane. Oh my god, today. Oh my god. Look at them. Oh, sweethearts. Han. Oh my god, look at this look. Oh, the baby. Again, Prodigy. The outfits are awesome. Oh my god, this is so pretty. This song is so pretty. It started off like very like, you know, intentionally on like the hold. I missed that the first time around. That's really cool. The holding of the mic. Yuvin, you're awesome. You're so awesome. It's a very soft verse. What is this? Is that like a treasure map? Look at him. With his voice as well. Get that camera. Get that camera, G1. Oh! And then we're going into the chorus. I want to make sure we get the full breadth of the chorus. I don't want to interrupt it. Because it's the start of the song as well. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. And watch this. Look at them. I don't know. Oh my god, the drawings on the ground. This is us. Eugene, adorable. And of course, we still, again, we get these adorable scenes. We still get these like very emotionally charged scenes. It's a Zerobaseone video, right? It's gonna happen. Matthew's awesome. Look at him. So pretty. Going into virtual reality to go to paradise. This video looks amazing. Oh my god. Look at this pause. Look at this pause. So cool. That car looks amazing. Are you kidding me? A Mercedes? Gun Wook. That hat is for you. All these different scenes. I wish I could pause like 20 every second. Look at them. Oh my god, they're on like a safari. And then it gets into these softer tones. Beautiful voice. Look at them. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop. Stop. What? What? Stop. I have chills. I have chills. Look at this smile, first of all. Beautiful. Look at them. Look at this scene as well. Oh my god. Oh my god, the long hair suits him so well. I love the short hair too, but I think oh my god, every scene is so incredible. I think it suits him so... A fort? Oh my god. Move together to the end of the world. This looks amazing. I have chills. Today, you're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. Oh my god. This is so pretty. And like now we're getting into these scenes. They're so gorgeous. Look at this. Oh. Oh my god. Stop. No, that's so adorable. I'm done. I'm done. This video has killed me. This video has killed me. No. How about no? How about let's not end? So it seemed like the concept is like it was like a virtual reality scene. Let's go back to the start of this scene as well, just because I want to like get a. Or we can go back to here. Why not? Oh, my finger slipped. Like went back here again. At any moment I can reach out to you. Is that like the concept of just like let's get all the lyrics we get. So this is our song, When the Skies Go Blue. So it's about remember. Okay, I need to like maybe look, because again I was so distracted by the video at this stage, guys. I'm just being honest. So can you remember the days it's our song? The sky was so blue. Or when the sky's blue, I can reach out to you. Ah! Look at this. This is so cool. I'm gonna pause a specific moment here for a second. It's here. Look at that. Sorry, I want to look at the lyrics as well. Look at them. Because I like missed like nearly, I was just watching the screen. Filled with the warmth in the photo, we'll be together to the end of the world. So what is that? What do you think that expression means? That emotion. Today. I'm crying at this scene as well. This is so amazing. Matthew with the is that ice cream in his face? So it's like, can you remember the days when the sky was so blue? Look at this scene as well. So I want to run. Okay, that's adorable as well. I might look up the lyrics because it's the first time like I feel like I was like I've had a hard time focusing on both, I think. So amazing. Yeah, so it seems like it's a very reminiscent song about like a good time that they did have, that they did feel like it was them. That's us, right? That blue sky, that starry sky. This is us. Yes, it's pretty. It's us. And the idea of filled with warmth in the photo. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the lyrics from the video again, just to kind of like go through them and just get an idea of this. So I think the idea of like, I want to run into your world bright blue, and saying like, this is us, this is pretty, that you know, touch the clouds. I wonder if it's saying like this aspect is like, the colors of the starry night are pretty and it's us. So it's like, that's saying that we remember about us as well. And again, I could be getting the actual idea of the lyrics wrong. The idea of I want to see you more, stay by my side. Can you remember the days? Once again, when we found each other, when the sky was so blue. So the sky was blue, obviously, when they found each other. When seasons pass and everything begins to change and disappear. Obviously, I was looking at G1's face when this moment happened as well. And it's like, I want to reach out to you. I want to find you. If there is a way to find you again and find those moments, I will find those moments. At least that's the idea I got from him as well. But yeah, the video is so fun. It's so pretty. Once again, Zerobaseone just doing a really pretty video. But this, I feel like they did outdo themselves in this, which is like shocking to me because I think the videos so far have been absolutely amazing. Like Now or Never is an amazing video, you know? But with this one here, I think not only did it break a bunch of records for 2025, it's also just like really unbelievably well received, and you can see why. The video looked amazing. They had so many amazing scenes. Just we're trying to pause on like all of them, but you'd be here for like 10 hours pausing on every single frame. Like you would be. Like every scene looked amazing. Every little transition looked amazing too. The song sounded great too. The vocals were amazing. Did you hear today's high note there? I know I constantly talk about this as well. Actually, let's go into and do the today high note here for a second here. 1 second. Let's go to the today high note. Around here, wasn't it? This year as well. Oh my god. And like filled with the warmth of a photo, we'll be together at the end, right? Is that the idea of like, if I have the memory of you? Listen to this. And if there is a way. So freaking good, Jenny! And this makes me so emotional. So emotional. Very good stuff. Yeah, and like honestly, like to me, like the visuals of the video are just like amazing as well. Great, again, the great dances, the great choreo, the visuals of this video were absolutely fantastic. The boys look really great as well. I feel like I'm dying. Today's vocals there, that high note was amazing, and G1 looked absolutely fantastic. That long hair suits him so well. I'm so glad that he's like settled in. He always looks like he's having a great time at every one of those videos. Even when he's sad, it's like you can tell like he's acting his heart out because he loves this group. He really loves this group, and they all love this group, right? You can tell they're so happy with each other, and I feel like it comes through even in like these music videos as well, because you have like such a collaborative effort on them as well. I'll probably gush for hours about this. I really will. I'm gonna be going into the K-pop chat and the Patreon chats to be like, hey, let's talk about Blue. It was absolutely incredible. There's so many creative scenes as well that came along with this also, like the scene with Eugene grabbing the mic and then them holding the finger up to the face as well. Seeing like them all dance in the street, the painted chalk mural on the ground was really cool too. There was like so many emotionally impactful moments too as well, like with Matthew, pushing away the person that's going into the car as well. The Starry Night with the camp out as well was amazing also. The part where they all got into the suits was so pretty also. And then like the little like faded like montage, really pretty stuff as well. They did such a good job with this. Thank you so much for sending us in, Naka. It was so cool to see this. I was having such a blast. Yeah. The next video sent in by Asensa. Have you enjoyed Dreamcatcher so far? This song will be the second opening song for the anime King's Raid Succession of Will. The song is in Japanese. Let's check it out. Oh, there's no subtitles. Okay. We just enjoy the vocals. Really cool, like opening tune, right? These guys look so cool. They love a good. I feel like Dreamcatcher. Maybe I'm wrong. A sense you can correct me if I'm wrong. They seem to really love a like classical, like time period, like outfit. What would you call it? Outfit, coordinated outfit. What am I looking for? They love time period outfits. Is what I'm trying to say. But it's like coordinated. It's really cool. It's really cool. Really cool art style as well. It's like they're all doing photo shoots. They look amazing. Great drums as well. This show looks really cool. Looks super, super cool. Nice. We need, especially with like an anime, like you need, again, and this is related to King's Raid as well, obviously, so that's probably why the outfits are very time period again. I love you need a good transition to a chorus if you're doing an anime song, right? Right? We all agree. So sick. So sick. I just feel like these girls are like in a constant state of understanding the assignment. Oh, cool. Seeing like some behind stuff there. Nice. Such pretty vocals. And back into the opening riff as well. They serve really well in this, like the outfits, like it's not that it suits them, because I feel like, telling someone that they suit like a period piece outfit is like very interesting, but it's more just like they understand the vibe of the outfit, right? They all work together really well and it looks really great on them, if that makes sense. At all. I love seeing this stuff. Yep, serving again. Serving again. Here we go again. Very cool. I love, again, we talked about it already, a sense of, but like the mixture of like rock mixed with like the very like soft vocals of like a bunch of amazing K-pop artists. Like it really is like a really good like genre bend, but like really like it's more like a, as you said previously, it is very like metalcore-esque in a way, or like in a way like Bring Me the Horizon is a great example where it's like you can mix those things together and it doesn't break a genre. It just works really well, you know? Especially modern Bring Me the Horizon, right? But this is obviously, to me, this is like a little bit different because it's different than the other songs because it feels very like tailored for like the energy of the opening of the anime, right? And that's not a bad thing. Again, we talked about earlier how you can like have like very impactful emotions. We talked about earlier with the King's Raid stuff, how with Dreamcatcher, how they're very good at like making a song like feel impactful. And I'm sure the lyrics are amazing as well because I think there is like, yeah, unless like it's like literally like, yeah, you know what I mean? And they're very good at that while also making the song fit the theme of whatever they're trying to, you know, portray as well. So cool. So cool. What is this guy? So cool. I know they wear those eye patches for like infections and stuff. I love seeing this. I love seeing this so much. Let's look at it again. But like it's a cool look. I think the eye patches are cool looks. I have one on Majima in Pyre Yakuza right now. Love it. Love it. So many characters, and it's so cool in this form as well. So sick. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's most replayed. Yep, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. It's a really cool part too. Yeah. Very cool stuff. Yeah. Wait, hold on. There's like Dreamcatcher's notes. Yeah, this was awesome. This was really awesome. We saw Odd Eye as the first song we heard, right, as well. And again, once again, it's very like, I feel like every single Dreamcatcher thing we've seen so far has been like a lot. Either had like the highest energy you've ever seen, or it's been like one of the darker videos you've ever seen as well. But I just feel like they have such a unique aspect to them as well. I love seeing the behind the scenes stuff. I think the song itself was one that like I think if a lot of people would have on repeat if they listen to it as well. They themselves, Dreamcatcher, I feel are so talented. They're so talented. There is this thing called Dreamcatcher Note there as well, by the way. Let me see. Is it like a behind the scenes stuff with them? Oh my god, I think it is. That's so fun. And there's subtitles on these as well. That's, oh no, you're not seeing this. Sorry. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. She threatened to attack someone. Watch this. Rightly so. You tell me. Yeah, great stuff. Really great stuff again. Really high energy. I thought the part at the end was really cool too. I love the mixture of like showing the girls and the actual music as well. The music video too. Thank you so much to Sensi for sending us in. That was awesome. Before we go, I should say as well, like, yeah, vocal performances on point with Dreamcatcher. I think they also like do a good job of capturing darker tones sometimes, and even in some cases, like a very cool mixture of like the rock and pop genre that is done so well. Honestly, yeah. The next video is sent in by Unprofessional Calvin. My iPad's nearly at, it's like 3%. I'm trying to like conserve it, so I turn off the iPad. Not turn off, I put it in sleep mode. Esmanako. So I've just sent a trailer for a new anime that's coming out this year. It's based on a manga I used to love when I was in high school, and it's so cute and fun. I hope you enjoy. This is Go for Nakamura-Kun. The manga for this, the cover for this is famous as heck. Oh my god, the art style is gorgeous. The art style is so pretty. Yeah, the art style is stunning. I love it. Oh!
俺の名前は中村奥人。俺は今熱烈に恋をしている。
Gay?
この広瀬愛希に。
Gay? It's gay? 2 thumbs up? So wait, is that the concept? Go for it, Nakamura-Kun? It's like, hey, go for it. This is sweet. This is so sweet. Oh my god. Oh, did I become friends with him? Honestly, that's a really fun concept. Wait, we're gonna watch it to see what he's saying here. So maybe he just wants to get closer to him as friends first. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Then this is where we cut off here. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. I love the visual styling of this too. Oh, great stuff at the end there with the people walking by. So he's desperately trying over and over again to become friends with him, I guess? Is that the whole concept? Like, today is the day I'm going to become friends with him. I really like that concept. I think it's super fun. And I wonder if, like, it is going to be just, like, a matter of... Oh, is there, like, a description where they can, like, maybe describe what I love the art style of this, by the way, guys. It's so pretty. Someone said good for him wanting to start off as friends first. I guess there's no description, but, like, I guess that's what it is. It's pretty self-explanatory, I suppose, as well. But I thought it was super pretty. I think the concept is amazing. I love like animes that have like, and that's what I love about anime in general. It's like just interesting concepts. Like, you know, the idea of just, hey, I just have to start becoming friends with this guy. That's it. That's the concept. That's the trailer. And I think it already hooked me. I'm hooked. So I'm actually like pretty excited to see what comes of this, especially with this being like the art style being so pretty and just the style in general being so pretty. Super excited to see what more happens with this. That's awesome. Thank you, Esminako, for sending us in. Really pretty. I hope that their gay hearts become one. Honestly. The next video sent in by... I'm so sorry for being so unprofessional here with this iPad. iPad City over here. iPad City. And now my iPad's like, hey, what if I don't work? What's happening? What's happening with you there, iPad? Oh, I don't want to work today. I'm getting that vibe. It's from Prima Hiko, and it's the Mizuki character trailer. Let's check this out.
And now it's the show that Inazuma's yokai.
I feel like Mizuki's a character that a lot of people fell in love with very quickly. I fell in love with her too. I think everyone's like really, really happy to have her in the game, to be honest.
Can't get enough of. Please welcome your host,
What are they doing here?
Mizuki.
It's like a TV show? With the character trailers, like I said, they've really been leaning into like the very abstract and strange and over the top, right? And I actually really like it. Oh, wow. We got a dance move going on here. So cool.
Whatever
Don't
your troubles
fear.
are, I'm here to listen. Who wants to go first?
What? Oh my god. It's because it's a yokai? The animation as well. I told you, they go into like these trailers. They've been going so over the top with them, and it works so well. Because why not?
Every lasting friendship starts with a good first impression.
Oh my god, the style of this.
All right, take it away.
What's got her tails into it? Oh my god, and the cameos too. How Mizuki solved this one.
Look.
A cat lovers gathering.
Next up, we have...
Wait, what happened? Oh, we just got some bad nightmares there, Mizuki.
Suppressed emotions need to be handled with care.
So pretty. So pretty. No, this is the prettiest. This is so pretty. Don't fear, Mizuki's here. What a show that would be. And there's
I
Yamiko.
thought sending you might throw her off her game a little.
Are you serious, Yamiko?
Is this a dream? Thanks for supporting the show. Is this a dream? Thanks for supporting
I love
the
it.
show.
No, I absolutely love it.
That's enough for one episode.
I adore the fact that they showed, first of all, one of my favorite things that Yaimiko is and Mizuki's like the only one who can like stand up to Yaimiko in like a how do I say, like in a sass off, I guess. Not that she's like too sassy, but you know what I mean, in the way that like she has conversations with her. She really is like, in somewhat a match. I don't think anyone's ever gonna like, be a match for Yaimiko fully, but I do love their friendship with each other. I think it's actually very, very sweet. I love that they're going all out with these trailers. I have such a love for the fact that these trailers that they're doing are like consistently just 10 out of 10, like so much fun. They turn everything up to 12. You have these really fun cartoony visuals. We saw earlier on with Xilonen's trailer as well, how freaking pretty that was as well. They are just like going so abstract with them, even more than before with character teasers and demos. They're really like going extravagant, and it makes everything so much fun to watch. And in this case, that's exactly what I'm feeling with this. It's so fun to watch that I'm just having like such a blast watching these trailers. Every time I see them, I'm like blown away by what they're able to do. I really am. It's so freaking cool. It's so cool. Thank you so much for sending us in. I love seeing these trailers. I love seeing these character trailers. It's like one of my favorite things in the world. So I appreciate you sending it in for sure. I know that don't fear, Mizuki's here. I'd love a show like that. And she is such a fantastic new addition. And it's so cool that they got to show her in like a different, because she doesn't have her own TV show, right? But in this trailer, she did. And I think that's such a special way they did this. The next video is sent in by Hypernova, and it's how Ansem Bees broke the game. Let's check it out. How did Ansem Bees break the game? Oh, like the Dark Souls boss, Murder Hornet? Oh my god. I actually, like, not gonna lie, I probably do watch videos like this sometimes. Like, I watch spider videos sometimes, and it's made me help me overcome my fear of spiders quite a bit. Like, I had a terrifying fear of spiders, and then I watched a bunch of videos on spiders and like people taking care of spiders. And now like legitimately, I think I was in the shower one day and a spider like literally hung down beside me. And it was one of those moments where I went like you jump a little bit. Then I went, no, it's fine. It's fine. Nothing's going to happen. And I was just like, okay, do your business. Yeah. Go about your business. Okay. And they moved away. And I was like, okay, I felt really good about myself. Just wanted to share that. I had an instant scare, then I went, everything's okay. If that makes sense.
Insects are one of the most overpowered factions in the game. With their incredible selection of powerful abilities, it's no surprise they've been the dominant force in the meta in basically every biome in the game.
Jesus Christ.
However, there is one subset of insects that really pushes the limits of what I think constitutes fair play in the game of life. I'm talking about Hymenoptera, the group consisting of bees, ants, and wasps. There are two factors that make this faction so powerful. The first is their incredible list of abilities, and the second is that their most famous strategy is basically an exploit of the game engine. This episode was sponsored by CuriosityStream and Nebula. First, their abilities. Long story short, Hymenopterans have a dozen or so powerful abilities, some of which are plenty broken on their own. But when combined synergistically, they become ridiculously overpowered.
That's insane to me. The way they make bridges out of themselves.
List just to keep this video reasonably paced. The first and most important ability of theirs is flight. Part of the reason that insects in general are a top tier class is that they have access to the flight ability. They were the first major class to gain access to this perk, unlocking its several expansions before reptiles, birds, and mammals. It's tough to overstate the utility that this ability provides. But I do have a whole video on it if you want to know more.
Did they attach a camera to a bird?
One thing to note is that while most flying builds had to modulate an entire pair of limbs in order to use this ability, insects did not. This gives insects, and especially Hymenopterans, access to ability combinations not seen anywhere else in the game.
Oh my god.
Next is aposematic coloration. Many Hymenopterans are bright.
So does that just mean, like, maybe you can correct me, Hypernova, but is that like just like picking up an item and being able to pick up an item and fly at the same time?
Which lowers their stealth stat
with their arms?
And greatly buffs their passive intimidation. It's such a frightening defense that other builds have started to copy it. Next is exoskeletal armor.
Wait, there's the hoverfly is copied
Despite
it?
all being in a very low
They've
weight
evolved?
class, Hymenopterans sport durable armor that allows them to greatly reduce damage from attacks. While not as sturdy as,
Oh my
say,
God.
the armor of a beetle, it's still
I
surprisingly
saw
strong.
the thing on the Beatles before. They would like climb up a tree and have like tournaments on the tree. It's actually brilliant.
In addition to granting them extra defense from attacks, this armor makes flight a lot less risky, as getting hit midair is nowhere near as big a death sentence as it is for other flyers. The ability to fly usually is only even remotely viable when the user makes a lot of sacrifices in terms of bulk and defense, but this doesn't seem to apply
Oh my
to
God.
insects. Next is their venomous sting. Despite being in a low weight class, pretty much every player needs to respect Hymenopterans as a threat.
Jeez,
Their stings are powerful enough to completely paralyze other insect players.
Yeah.
And deal serious damage to larger players.
Yeah.
In a group, there's basically no weight class large enough to ignore their attacks.
Jesus, man. But can you imagine how like painful that could be though? Like, have you ever gotten one bee sting and it's like, oh, that stings so bad. Imagine getting multiple bee stings and like, especially like with there are tarantula hawks, right? That was killing the tarantula. Like they're disgusting. And like, I would like to exterminate them all. I know it sounds horrible, but like, I feel so bad for the spiders.
Even elephants
You know,
fear
I know
beehives.
spiders kill other insects too,
But
so it's
speaking
like
of beehives,
circle of
I
life.
think it's time I cut to the chase. Their most important ability is eusociality. This ability is completely busted and needs to be nerfed. At first glance, it might just look like normal team strategy, similar to cooperative hunting or herd behavior, but in truth it goes so far beyond that. Eusocial insects are organized on a level that not even humans can contest. Despite not having a particularly high intelligence stat, a hive can build extremely complicated structures without the use of tools. They can launch organized attacks containing thousands of combatants. They can capture prisoners, cross major barriers, and control territory to an absolutely incredible degree. Thousands of players will lay down their lives in defense of a colony if need be. So you may be asking yourself, why does this work? Why is it that in a meta dictated almost entirely by survival of the fittest, would so many players act altruistically, donating all of their foraging efforts, spending time guarding respawn points,
That's so cute.
and even
Oh.
sacrificing themselves in combat? The answer
So it's like why did these creatures like are why are they working together so well and like they will even like, you know, as I said, sacrifice themselves like for the good of like the colony.
is complicated and gets into the very core of the game's mechanics.
Look at that.
Try to stick with me. It's not an easy explanation, but I'll do my best.
Okay.
First, I'll
Lock
start
in.
with the question. What does it mean to win the game? Most players would answer, complete the game's main quest, reproduction. But why is that the primary objective? And what if there was a way to change the main objective of another player? So the main objective is determined by the way the characters in the game are coded. Data miners have discovered that most new players spawn in with half the code of each player that cooperated in the corresponding reproduction quest. Because a player's primary objective is determined by whatever method they have available to pass on the largest percentage of their own code, in most cases, this means a player's main goal will be mating and offspring rearing, because this results in 50% of their own
You
code
make me
being
sick.
passed on. Hymenopterans found a way to break this aspect of the game.
What?
And they did so using an ability called Arenatoki. Arenatoki is a really complicated ability. Pause the video here if you'd like to try and understand why this is busted before I...
I'm reading this now, by the way. Jesus Christ, that is busted. The queen gets to choose the gender. They're able to like share between sisters like more genetic material. That's insane.
tell you. The relevant bit is that the daughters of a queen are semi-clones of each other.
That's
They
insane.
still share 50% of their code with their mother and 50% with their father, but they share 75% with each other. This
That's so cool.
completely breaks
That's
the
so
game.
cool.
Because of the fact that if one of these daughters wanted to produce its own offspring, it would only share 50% of its code. Their primary objective actually switches from reproduce to assist the queen in reproduction as much as possible. Because in assisting the queen in hatching more sisters, each sister is actually passing on 25%
That's
more
insane.
genetic code than they would if they were to simply reproduce
I
conventionally.
love how
on
he
their
makes
own.
it so simple to understand. Yes, that's OP, right? If we can talk about it in this terms, that is OP.
In practice, this means workers are more loyal to the queen than they are to themselves. and will act against their own self-interest if it means giving the queen the resources or opportunity to hatch more sisters.
Mind-blowing.
This is a blatant exploit of the game's code system.
Is this real?
And it undoubtedly leads to some of the most powerful strategies in the game. It essentially changes the game from being an action RPG to being an RTS. Let's talk about some of the more overtly
They're insane.
OP
They're
types of
insane.
strategies
Look at this.
achievable through eusociality. The most obvious is that these players take coordinated attacks to the next level. They can take down players of...
Okay, I'm gonna pause here just so that I don't want to pause on like a dead creature. I don't want to pause on a dead creature. It terrifies me to even know that they could think like this and do this, right? But I think that's just like it also makes it like so cool. The idea that, like you said, it turns into a real-time strategy. It's this thing where like they can like make the choice, and it's probably why they're so powerful. As they said, it's so OP. Like they said, it was like the idea that they can make choices selfishly. Self-preservation usually leads to like maybe like some more mistakes than usual you can make, you know, because it's a natural thing for humans as well, like self-preservation. But can you imagine if like every single human was just like, you know, working together for one greater good no matter what? I wonder what tasks would be able to be accomplished.
Even among the largest players in the game, there is very little that can withstand a full-on assault by an entire colony. Coordination also lends itself to the possibility of hyper-specialization. It's uncommon for members of the same species to have significantly different stats or abilities, since often these come with serious trade-offs. But when the colony can cover for your weaknesses, there's nothing preventing some members from speccing purely into extreme offense or impenetrable defense, since even if these reduce your own foraging abilities, the colony can assist you.
That's so cool, because it's like, say, hey, Derek isn't that good at like finding materials, but don't worry, he's got a big butt and he can protect us. Like, you know what I mean? Let's make sure we can find more materials for him. And it's like, oh, hey, Tony over there doesn't got a very good foraging technique. Don't worry. No, sorry, that's the same thing. Tony over there isn't very strong. Well, don't worry, we got two boys over here that's going to protect them.
On the flip side,
very
though,
cool.
The ability of Hymenopterans to generate food is also massively improved. Through the eusocial ability, strategies like food storage and even agriculture are unlocked. The best example of this is the leafcutter ant, which adopts a unique strategy of harvesting the leaves of plants in order to farm nutritious fungus. But there are other ants which raise insect larvae as livestock. Other Hymenopterans store food in the form of honey, an XP-dense treasure so valuable that it's one of the few reasons another player may attempt an attack on a bee's nest.
I feel so bad when I see the bears, though.
Highly stable sources of food, which mitigates the risk of a mass wipe in the event of famine, which is normally the main downside of sharing food. They're the reason colonies can endure winters where foraging is effectively halted. It's a really broken ability. One of the most impressive things these players can accomplish is their structures.
I love he describes the idea of like being able to forage in the winter as, again, it is OP, or being able to survive the winter, because it is like one of those. It's one of those times you never see bees, right? Like I feel like winter comes around, you'll never see a bee, and then like around summer they come back, and when it gets much hotter. So that's why, like, that's why I feel like global warming is definitely like changing a lot of stuff when it comes to like hibernation and stuff.
Size of a leafcutter ant colony. These bases put most other constructed nests to shame, and protect those inside from basically any attack. Eusocial insects are a fascinating faction of the player base. However, there is another equally fascinating faction of Hymenopterans, a faction whose strategy is so disturbingly brutal that I'm not comfortable risking having my video age restricted on YouTube by showing it. See, I've made a whole companion video to this one all about parasitoid wasps. Wasps which do crazy things like mind control and mummification of their enemies. But if you want to see it, you'll need to check out this video's sponsor, Nebula. Nebula is
I will not be checking that out.
Myself, upload things like bonus content,
you know,
ad-free videos.
I just won't be checking that out.
It's owned and operated by creators for
Me?
creators.
I ain't looking.
It's a place where we don't have to fear restrictive policies
I'm good.
like
Thank you.
demonetization or age restriction. If you join us over on Nebula
Terrifying.
today, you'll not
Terrifying
only get
stuff.
access to my Parasitoid Wasp companion video, but you'll also get early access to all of my videos, get access to my Nebula original series Let's Play Outside.
I wonder if there's stuff after this as well, because I know we're ending at like 9:40, right? But we keep the, we always keep the advertisements in. Don't worry, we always keep those in.
Rest of the Nebula catalog from other top-tier creators.
Oh,
like
there's some great ones there.
Conflict series or Real Engineering's Battle of Britain documentary. So how can you get access to all of this, you may ask? Well, Nebula is a proud partner of CuriosityStream, another amazing streaming service that I'm sure you've heard me sing the praises of before. It hosts some of my favorite nonfiction content I've ever seen, including amazing documentaries like Out of the Cradle and Amazing Dino World.
That's about
If you
me.
sign up for
That one's
Curiosity
about
Stream
me.
Today, you'll get a free membership to Nebula as well. Not a free trial, but a free membership as long as you're a Curiosity Stream member.
That's pretty cool.
Annual memberships start at only $14.79
What?
a year, making this one of the absolute best deals in streaming, period. I've got a lot of fun stuff planned
Inexpensive
for
as
Nebula this
heck.
year, in addition to all of the great stuff already on there. So I'd really love for you to check it out. You'll be supporting the channel when you do. I'd expect a lot of insect-related content this year on YouTube as well, so if you're interested in that, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss them when they drop. Hope you found this stuff as interesting as I did. Thanks for watching, and good luck out there.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it is always very interesting the way that they describe this stuff, and I really feel like it is it's a new way of like teaching people like how to about the environment, about like animals, without I don't think teaching people animals is ever boring, but I think more and more we get shorter attention spans as years go on. At least like I feel like sometimes I do. Maybe you guys might agree or disagree with that, but I definitely feel like I get a shorter attention span as time I have gotten a shorter attention span as time has gone on. Maybe that makes me sound bad, but like I just do. And like that's why YouTube's so nice to me, because like I love it so much because I'm locked into place and I'm playing a game and I'm like you're paying attention because you're like doing commentary and it's so fun. So I really feel like this is a good way of like allowing for a really cool like way to explain things while also like being very informative, because like, the way they describe stuff, I learned something new today. And you know what? It's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna be so annoying. Like the next time I meet up with someone, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I heard this thing about bees the other day." You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm like, "Hey, so I heard this thing about bees, about about how they have children and stuff like this, and they can choose if it's a girl or a boy." And the friend's gonna be like, "That's really cool," and I'm gonna feel good about myself. Yeah, I love the way they describe this. I think it's always very interesting. I think these videos make animals way more terrifying, especially insects. But it's one of those things where it's like I don't have to worry about that because I'm going to stay away from them. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go near them. I'm not going to touch them. So I'll stay away from them. But I still think it's a very informative way of explaining this. Thank you so much for sending us in, Hypernova. Sorry for hitting the mic there. Really cool to see this stuff. Really cool. The last video sent in by Heck. I've always wanted to send one of the Sonic Twitter takeovers where Sonic voice actors come together and answer fan-submitted questions from Twitter while acting in character, but they're all over 10 minutes and have spoilers. Oh, it's a compilation. Oh, cool. A compilation of all of them. Let's check it out. Let's go.
Hey everyone! Good to see all your lovely faces. It's that time again. Time for another takeover.
Hey Sonic, Knuckles and
Oh,
Amy
it's
are right
Tails.
behind me.
Hey Tails, perfect. We're just about ready to get started.
Wow, I really like what you've done with the place. Yeah, it's decorated in commemoration of our time on the North Star Islands.
I don't care how it's decorated. I'm ready to answer every single question that comes
This is
our
really
way.
fun. So they're going to be answering questions?
Shadow. He'd never miss one of these things if he could help it. Oh, he was busy today, but asked if I could relay a message. Let me grab it. It says, if anyone asks, my favorite flower is lantanas.
What? I bet he's just scared someone will ask him to marry them again. Or he's just napping.
So the fandom likes, I'm guessing they like him a lot.
Be here, but other than the blue rat, I'm the only one with a perfect attendance record here.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Wait, really?
No, but we really need to get started. Question from @MetroGamer21.
Oh, this is so fun.
How often do you keep your quills sharp? Do you brush it yourself or have someone else do it? I don't do anything with my quills. I let the wind do.
So those his quills? His hair particles?
You don't have a routine
His
at
hair
all?
parts?
Well, I just so happen to have some mustache wax on me. How about we give it a try?
Great voice acting here by Eggman.
Doesn't look much different.
Well, I have this pencil sharpener on me if we want to give that a try. And
Look at that, we're out of time. Thanks for the question @MetroGamer21.
That's fun.
All right,
This is so
question
fun.
From @Zine
Me,
Okay,
me.
Knuckles, I just gotta know what's under your gloves. Oh, jeez. Is it weird spiked hands or is it just the design of the gloves?
I asked this
What are you,
question.
cop? I'm not telling.
Well,
Did he say, are you a cop?
thanks for... Jeez. Is it weird spiked hands or is it just the design of the gloves?
What are you, a cop? I'm not telling.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for the question.
I love Knuckles like being
Thanks
like
for the question. From
he's not giving anything up.
For Sonic, who in the group do you think is the prettiest? Oh, uh-oh.
Well, Sonic, me and my distinguished mustache are waiting.
Stop it, Eggman.
What makes you think Sonic's gonna say anything nice about you, Eggman? Not while I'm wearing such a
Aw,
fashionable
say Amy.
dress. Hey, I'm fashionable too.
Aw.
Look at my yellow-orange fur. It shines, sparkles even.
Hey, touch my arm. Baby smooth. Baby smooth.
Wait.
Knuckles.
Is that Amanda Troop doing the voice of Tails? There's no way.
You don't want to argue that you're the...
Is that Amanda Troop?
No. Well, maybe we'll let the audience decide. Thanks for the question, at Daniel.
Maybe I'm wrong.
You can tell me later.
What was that?
Nothing. Question from Layla. They ask, do you guys sometimes feel dizzy when you do a spin dash or jump? If not,
These are lovely questions. These are actually, like, unironically.
Wait, you get dizzy? Well, does anyone else feel dizzy?
I used to get a little motion sick, but after spin dashing so much, it doesn't bother me anymore.
Amy spin
I
dashes?
spin dash like a pro. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, guys, I don't
Stop
get
it.
dizzy spin
Don't even try
dashing
it.
either.
But, Eggman, you don't spin dash.
Did you just say that to feel included?
I have. Thanks for the question, Layla.
Do you want us to teach you how to spin dash?
No. Well, maybe.
This side of Eggman.
Ask me later.
Wyatron asks, do the Chaos Emeralds have different tastes with the different colors? Kinda, but I think it's my mind playing tricks on me. Like the green one tastes like green apple because apples are green, you know?
Knuckles.
What?
Have you tasted all 7 Chaos Emeralds?
Well, you have me hold them for you while you run around. What else am I supposed to
He has to try them.
Just hold them carefully?
Okay, so no one here has ever been even slightly curious how the emeralds taste.
I have.
Kinda. Kind of, honestly.
The green one does taste like green apple.
Okay, see?
Sigh. Thanks for the question.
I don't know, I think it's
Wyatron.
normal.
Dang it, now you got me curious.
Don't knock until you try it.
I used to see gemstones in movies when I was like back in like 70s movies, and the way they would design them, they would always like reflect the light and they look like a jelly. So I used to be like, man, they look tasty.
From @rayfun_25028 to Knuckles. I always wondered, how are you able to glide?
Only kitten can glide. We simply bend the wind.
You do what now?
I think he said he breaks wind.
No, I
That's-
said...
You know what he said. Thanks for the question, @rayfun.
This is such a fun idea. This is such a fun idea. It really is. And the questions are actually like very earnest questions as well, you know?
Tails, what does break wind mean?
It means farting.
Hey!
@Razor asks,
I might turn off the
are there
subtitles.
any moments where going fast is not the best option?
I don't know. Going fast has never failed me before.
Well, what about the time you sped into a Zeddy trap and I got trapped stopping you?
Or when you ran straight into a spike pit I warned you about.
Or when you ran so fast you wrecked my glorious creations.
And that's good.
Actually, that last one is a good thing.
Yeah, that's very good. Amy, you tell him.
I don't mind that he did that.
Like I said, going fast has never
I love it's
failed
like a
me
podcast
before.
setting.
Thanks for the question, @Razor.
Oh, and just so you know, I love computers.
Get that sponsorship.
What?
No.
I do.
Get the spot. I do. Get that sponsorship.
Devil Trig asks Sonic, if you're the fastest thing alive, why did you use the train to go to the Mystic Ruins?
Good question.
Trains are fun.
True.
Is that really it?
Well, supporting public transportation is always a plus. Some cities just don't put enough support behind it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The strike.
he really is a hero. Thanks for the question, @Devil Trig.
I'm glad we got that answered.
Nula asks, what are your thoughts on knowing that you have a biggest fan? I'm a terrible role model and you shouldn't be my fan.
Knuckles, you should be a little nicer to your fans.
I've teamed up with Eggman several times and all I do is sit on a floating rock.
But what about your,
No, you're good, Knuckles.
uplifting personality?
Everything sucks.
You know, I think we'll move on. Thanks for the question, Nula.
But I mean, if you want to send me something, I won't say no.
Knuckles.
He's just asking for a gift.
question from Shadow's true biggest fan. Can I adopt Shadow? He can't say no, he isn't in the Twitter takeover.
Yeah, sure, you can adopt him, why not? He could probably use a friend.
It's mostly just him and that dark chow he's been taking care of.
You know, I caught him staring at the trees of Luminous Forest for hours the other day.
How do you know Shadow was staring at trees for hours?
Oh, I started standing there with him.
You two are cut from the same.
No, I love it. I love it.
Thanks for
Oh,
the
look at the
question,
picture Tails in the
Eggman's
background with the
true
mouse.
biggest fan.
Autumn asks, how can I convince my dad to get me all Sonic stuff for Christmas?
Easy, you tell him. Here, Knuckles, pretend to be the dad. Hi, Dad. I made a list of the things that I want for Christmas this year.
Cool, son. Let me
Oh
see
no.
that list. Knuckles Frontiers, Knuckles Superstars.
Wait, what?
Knuckles Origins.
That's the name of the game.
Dream Team.
That's it.
Knuckles Figures.
Okay, that's not what the list says.
And a Knuckles Waffle Maker. Whew. Now this is a quality list. I knew I raised you right.
Har har. Thanks for the question, Autumn.
He's hilarious. He's
At
absolutely
creator
hilarious.
Superlong_X asks, is it painful to give Knuckles a fist bump or a handshake? Yes. Very painful. Do not recommend.
Oh, it can't be that bad.
I imagine it
Punch
hurts
yourself
very
and
bad.
See for yourself.
Okay.
Knuckles.
I don't know, guys. I'm not really feeling anything.
Thanks for the question, Creator X. Excalibur Sonic asks, if flamingos are pink because they eat shrimp, then why are you blue? Do you eat blue paint?
Yes, I do. And Tails eats yellow-orange paint.
It's
and
funny the
Knuckles
questions have become less earnest as they've gone
eats
on.
red paint.
I certainly do not.
I do. It's what gives my complexion such a
No, Tails, you're too smart for this. Let's not do that.
pink paint. I could go for some right now.
What in the world? None of you should be eating paint. This is highly irregular.
Knuckles is the voice of reason.
It's just a bit, Nux. Don't worry about it.
I love eating paint.
Who do I believe? Curse you, Excalibur Sonic. Curse you! This is from Kitty X Pickle. They ask, to Knuckles, rougher than the rest of them, are you allowed on the internet without supervision? If yes, please reconsider. Yeah, not anymore.
We don't let him on the internet anymore. Not since the, incident.
Oh my, what's this incident?
Sorry, can't say. Thanks for the question, Kitty.
What is the incident? I think it's just a funny joke.
Gun? The Omocho.
Yeah, that was really funny. Like, and I think that what I loved about it, like the questions were like very funny at some points, but in other cases, like they were like very like earnest as well, and actually were questions you'd want answered. I'm so, if that's not Amanda Troop, I'm gonna feel bad, but like it sounded like Amanda Troop, so if it was, I'll be very excited as well. Really fun stuff. It's just a really fun side video, isn't it? Like, and I think that's what it is. It's just like it's just for comedy. It's just for laughs. There's some really funny moments in there. I really love the idea of Sonic, like being like I guess having his own podcast, which is really, really fun. And even having like Eggman there was really, really fun too. Because it really showed off the personality. I think at some points the personalities were not what I expected from Sonic Adventure. Like Tails, like I guess joking about eating paint is actually very normal, so it was just a joke. But I do love that, like you know, it just seemed like it was a bunch of friends hanging out together with Eggman as well. And Knuckles is the funniest character I've ever seen in my life. Tails is still very adorable. We still adore Amy Rose to bits. And Sonic is our pal, as always. I want to play more Sonic games at some point. I think Sonic Adventure 2 will be the game I'll definitely play. It's if we're playing a Sonic game next. It might be a bit of time until then, but I definitely do want to play a Sonic game at some point again in the future. But yeah, I love this. I love the idea of the Sonic characters having their own podcast. And if you could tell me as well, through all the chuckles and all the laughs, I was hearing Amanda Troop's voice. Maybe I'm wrong. Heck, maybe I'm wrong. Thank you, Heck. And that's going to do it for this Roma Reacts, guys. Thank you so much for supporting this series. And thank you just for being amazing people all around. And I'm going to read out the Never Gonna Pay Baby Gangster here on Patreon. That's the highest tier. Typhara 2, Jamie Bull, Jenna the Banana, The Ghostfina Zuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Radish, Anusa, Deathtrap, Lynx Markey, Yasassin, Colorbow, True Peanut Butter, Alpaca Juice, Peter Shelson, Heck, and Leon. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.